just doing a quick test, trying a new, I guess, application. Don't know if this is broadcasting. We'll see if people show up. If not, I'm just talking to myself. Playing around with this thing. This one's called Restream. So YouTube, your channel is live. So I just got a notification. So it just might be up and running. We'll see if people pop in. And if they do, awesome. If not, I'm just trying. Here we go. Forward motion. What's up, Macomorphs? Here you go. Powerhouse. Andrew, hey. Oh, Strange Creations. What's going on? Yeah, so I've been throwing it around for about a year now, getting the podcast back up and running. I want to do it different. This is Restream. It's a different audio. Well, not audio, sorry. It's a different video platform or, live stream platform. Want to do things differently. So trying it out. I guess I can, it should be going to Facebook as well as YouTube at the same time, unless I screwed up, which is probable. So, amazing. On my way home from night shift in Scotland. Wow. Benji Morris. Well, drive safe. Damn. So he's back. Not yet. I do want to come back. Want to do things differently. How does this setup look? There's a few different things that I got to get used to, but I can take that off. You got to plug one of the sponsors. So different things that I can do here. Before I was just using OBS or not StreamYard, sorry. Don't even remember. That's how long it's been. But it was a lot more difficult to set up. This looks a lot easier. Thought I was taking a night off. Will's hella heat. The podcast horror. Self-entitled. Oh my God, I love it. I'm just gonna, just chat, see how people are, and see what. Alex, Florida Born's here. Snakes for the memories. Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope you had an amazing expo. Billy is live again. Yes. So I'm going to do Monday nights. I'm just screwing around here. And I figured, if I'm setting this thing up, let's just try it. And I don't know if I'm just streaming on Facebook or YouTube. I still have the YouTube, but it's supposed to be YouTube and Facebook. Who knows? Thanks, E-Town. Mindy. Timeless Morphs. What's going on? 217. Of course, Slithery. Slithery, fellow Canadian. Slithery Serpent's always in the house. How do you like this this platform? How does it look? I mean, I've got a whole bunch of shit going on my end. Loud and clear, video good. I won't be doing them from here. I'll be doing them from the facility. Probably have Austin with me. My channel, my content, can't even speak. Come back. Yeah, I definitely. Alex says he's watching from YouTube. My man, Paul Seraphim, Mr. Caps. We're all here, just like old times. Hope you're feeling better, buddy. Hope to see you soon. Looks and sounds great. Thanks, Amy. Audio and video is great from Creative. I'm going to say this. Corellifus? Hope I pronounced it right. If not, wouldn't be the first time. So Forbidden Balls looks good and sounds good. Great. So yeah, there's a few things like I can have this banner here. I can bring people on and invite guests, I believe, from the chat, which will be great. I'll probably, screw around with that. Where is EAD? I don't know where chat is, man. But don't forget to smash the like button. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even notice. I can do this. Cool. So this is something we couldn't do on the old Streamlabs. I think it was called an OBS sort of sidekick, Streamlabs. This looks a little different. I have my logo right here. I can put people on to the chat. Look at that. Thank you so much, guys. So now I can hide that. So it's pretty cool. So, audio is crackling now. Mic is a bit crackly. Figures, man. I can't get anything working perfectly. It might be because I'm not talking right into the mic. So audio is crackly. That's Bob from Reptili. So that's a few people that says audio is a little rough. I'm not sure why, but so don't know why it's crackly. I'll have to work on that. But I definitely want to make sure that, it is popping up. And hopefully we can fix the audio. I don't know exactly when I want to start. Might be next Monday, might be the Monday after, but I'll definitely announce it on Instagram so that audio started out great. Loose cord. I know a few things that are loose. I don't know if it's a cord. It could be. It could be my setup. I'm not sure. Amy, it was all great until we said it was perfect, and then it started fucking up. Wow. There we go. Mic gain might be a little high. Let me put it down a bit. So, test. I'm going through my old Rodecaster Pro. So, is it going to be you or the Basement Pythons? What's going on? I think it's just going to be me and Austin, or Austin and I. Bringing everybody late at night on a Monday, and I want to keep it, short and sweet. Talk about a topic, maybe bring somebody on from the chat. Maybe take some voice calls. I mean, I can dial out or have someone dial in, and we can talk over the audio instead of trying to call people and get everybody's cameras set up, and it's just a pain in the ass. And I don't know exactly what I want to do, but what I want to do, but I don't want to be like everyone else. I don't think I want to interview people because we always ask the same questions, and everybody else and everyone else has live streams and Instagram lives and YouTube lives, and I don't want to mess with that anymore. I did that the first year. It was great. But so many other people are taking on podcasts and live streams, and we're all sort of working from the same pool of people. And if I bring someone on that was on someone else's 3 months or 6 months or even a year ago, the fucking story hasn't changed. This is how I got into ball pythons. This is how long I've been doing it. This is my favorite gene. I want to do something different. Jeremy, Warfels Morphs. I'll be tuning in Sunday night, hopefully, with yourself and my partner, Robert from Husbandry Pro. So I'm looking forward to that. Still got a little crackle. I've heard worse. So, let's see. I'll fix that or find out what the problem is. It shouldn't be the cables because they're, brand new. It could just be the actual audio. So, let me see. Let me try this. Let's see how this works. It's at least for now. Let me see if I can change this on the fly. Settings, audio. Stereo audio. that works. Does that sound any better? Two mics picking up at once. Maybe got a built-in mic on your computer. Should be off though. How's that? Way better? Okay, we got yes, awesomeness, better, way better, yes, 100% better. Okay. So like I said, this is new. Yes, way better, 100%, 100%, clear now. Is that D? Like the D from KG, KG and D? Or is it D and KG? We'll put you first. Bomb Projects D? George Loving, hello from Nebraska. What's going on? Way better, way better. Mindy, Basement Pythons, Jason, Wills, perfect. Okay. So, like I said, one of the things that I wanted to do, it's nah. Okay. Well, still thanks, D, for showing up and supporting. JMH Reptiles, perfect sound. That's from Paul. Nice to see you. Thank you, PCF, Funny Royals. But yeah, I mean, I wanted to do this just to get on. I don't know what everybody was doing. I didn't know how many people would show up. I just figured I'd go on, see if you can go on Facebook, and if it pops on there. If not, I'll figure out how to get it on there. But it should be streaming to both YouTube and Facebook. Oh, Brian, Heathen Hatchery. Good evening, sir. Cincinnati, Ohio, checking in. Oh, Basement Pythons just hatched out. The first clutch of 2023. Hit 2 Ultramels. OD Yellow Belly Ultramel. 50% at clown and Yellow Belly Ultramel, 50% clown. Awesome stuff. One of them's got approved for you. So, awesome stuff. But yeah, I just figured I'd go on. We'll talk, do the chat. I mean, what's good is, oh, my man, look at this. Bam, Mr. Don. I saw it on Facebook and ended up here. So it is working. So that's good. So, yeah, with this new stream, it's a lot more interactive. Like, I can pull up. I'm pretty sure you guys can see it. I can see it, so I'm sure you guys can see it. I can pull people from the audience, their questions and talk about it. I can do things like if I go to captions, at the very end, I can say, thank you all for watching and have a great night. Appreciate the support. Like always, I'll say it, but, it's also there. I can add more stuff. We got to have a Chad EAD button. That's in the works. I got a bunch of graphic stuff. So if I do get sponsors or whatever, I can just bring them up and talk about them and just make them go away. There's the Team Billy, up at the top corner. I can change it. Boom. Just like that. Hopefully this isn't too loud, but I can use my start. Done with that. But yeah, there's a lot of different stuff, but I like the chat. I can see it. We can pull it up. Let's take that caption off also. We don't need that. We run this one because to me, it's important. I love it, by the way. And for my Patreon members, if you haven't got the memo already, we're doing a Zoom call for Husbandry Pro. Going to do some pointers and stuff and take some questions and help you guys fix yours or figure out why you're not getting something. And I believe Robert's having one on Saturday morning through Husbandry Pro. So I'm going to be doing one of those a month, if not 2, different times so people can, utilize it because I'm learning more and more. So Will's Hella Heat. Speaking of Team Billy, why is, I know. Yeah, come on. It's crazy. And see how weird that is? I'm the one that designed Team Billy, and I'm the one that designed Team Austin. I don't know why I put myself in red and him in green. Makes no sense. Green's my favorite color. Always has been. Have no idea why I did that. It's crazy. I don't know if you watched the Cocoa Husk video we did today. A lot more videos coming of other stuff besides egg cutting, mail, and pick of the weeks. those will always be there when we can. Pick of the week will always be there Wednesday. It's something I love to do. Shout out people and give them, props for amazing stuff that inspires me and hopefully inspires you also. But, we were adding water to the top of the cocoa blocks for over a year, maybe even 2. And for some reason, I think it was Austin's like, why don't we do it like this, and puts it on his side? It's a lot easier to pour water down 6 inches than try to go down 12, which it never did, So we're getting better. But yeah, Will, I have no idea why I did that. Like, it's right in front of me. I did that, sent it to the printers, got approvals. I like this. This is great. I like it. I don't know why. It took me a few years to figure out, like, shit, no wonder I'm losing. I gave him my lucky fucking color. Oh my God. Darlene Kersey says, I love MC's pick of the week. Awesome. I'm glad. It's something we do. And if you go and look, it's our lowest rated, lowest views, lowest comments of any of our videos that we put out on YouTube. Same with pick of the week and Mail Mondays. It's something we do. We don't do videos just to get views and likes and, trying to get monetized on everything. Just like when I do these podcasts, I swear and curse all the time. They don't get monetized. You know why I do it? Because I fucking like it. That's it. All these people, they only do YouTube says because they make money. There's not that much money in YouTube. Maybe if you're like, Brian Barczyk and guys like that, yeah, you can make some really good dough. But it's a lot of work. They got a big team, everything else. Not for me. Point, shoot, turn the camera on, let's go. That's me. The crackle is back. No. Mike is choppy again. Oh, man. Audio crackles back. What? Technology. I'm also running this through Safari. I'm going to run it through Crowdcast. And I'm going off my Wi-Fi in the house. So at the facility, I'm going to plug right in direct, as well as Goodnight Forbidden Balls, as well as have everything plugged right in, Wi-Fi in, and I'm hoping that'll work. Crackle really bad? Because if it is, I'll try taking it off. I can take it off and just go without the headphones and go through the laptop. Because I'd rather just... Is the cell phone doing live? No, my cell phone's off. So, I don't know what it is. So, let's try this. Let me do this. Oh, that's still there. Let me go to audio. Let me go here. Now I should be... Audio should be good. Is audio better? Should be going directly through. Yeah, seems like feedback. I don't know why it'd have feedback. Because nothing else is on, unless I'm a moron. No? Clear? Yeah, so it should be clear because now I'm just on. Yes. So, sounds good. I mean, I don't necessarily have to go through the mic and the headphones. Yeah, audio's great. Sounds good. So hopefully it lasts because it was good 10 minutes ago too. But, I'll see about figuring it out with Austin because like I said, I've got a whole nother unit. I have the unit here at the house where I do all my Patreon stuff. And I have another whole setup that we just started to build and got ready at the facility. So Austin and I can do these lives again. If we can't get the audio hooked up, we'll just do it like this through here. But it would be nice to go through the audio keypad because I got some stuff that I can set up and pre-record. And, I bought them for this whole purpose. It'd be nice to use them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Wayne Clark, fellow Canadian. Thank you. Hope you and the missus are well. But yeah, I like this a lot. There we go. Like boom, I can pull this up. Hey Billy, poof, see, I think this is a little bit more interactive and neat. Like watching some of the other people, they can do this. They use, I believe, StreamYard, or there's a few others. I wanted to try something different, of course. Hopefully this is the one. Change my graphics, go back to here, and then that way, if I ever get sponsors or stuff like that, I can just pop them on here and just keep adding them, take them away, talk about them, do other stuff, make it nice and easy. So what's this? I learn a lot from you, man. Thanks so much. Oh, that's amazing. I hope so. And that's the thing too. Austin and I, we really haven't had much content on YouTube lately because I don't know, for the last 3 months, it's been egg cutting, update, egg cutting, update, egg cutting, update. And then in between on the Wednesdays, it's the MC Team Pick of the Week. And then the odd Monday, we have a Mail Monday. So we put the Coco video out today. Thursday, we have another video. I think it's a very important one. We talked about it on my Patreon on Friday night. Thermostat, where the probe placement is, the type of equipment, little things that you should do to make sure and ensure that everything is working the way it should be and the temps are right, and sort of bring a little bit of awareness to what we do for the sake of the animals, because equipment breaks down, shit happens, and unfortunately when that happens, the animals suffer, and it, depending on the case, you can suffer mentally, financially, and it's just not good all around. So we got that coming out Thursday. Friday, Austin came up with a new sort of I guess series. We'll call it a series. A Lord of Lion, myself, and Austin. We're going to go in front of one of our racks, our many racks. I believe we have over 25. 10, 20. Yeah, we might even have 30 racks. We're going to go in front of one, and each one of us has to pick an animal from the rack. So we're going to go through juveniles. We're going to go through adults, subadults, holdbacks, breeding stuff. And just pick an animal and talk about why we picked it and what we would do with it. Something new, something different. So a lot more learning videos too. We'd like to bring back, everybody, even on my Patreon, they love the gene pool, or the Morph Madness, as Austin has it on his. Ours was called, so Gene Pool's on Patreon. Morph Madness was his. Featured Morph. I'm pretty sure it was called Featured Morph. Teaching you guys, or what we're looking for, and how to up your learning skills and comparing and stuff like that. Even though we use Morph Market 2 as a great tool, you can see something on Morph Market and compare, or use Google. But we definitely want to bring back a lot of stuff to teach you guys and to learn. Patreon, I'm putting a lot more effort in to the members with discounts and anything I can, and trying to take the teaching and questions to another level, more in depth. But I do definitely want to, inspire people and teach people, like I always have. Even the littlest thing that saves them from a disaster or making a mistake, like an improper breeding, anything like that. And, one thing with Husbandry Pro that Robert came up with too, and I know Morph Market's been doing it, is when you put in the calculator, because we're having a Morph calculator put onto Husbandry Pro, both where people can go to Husbandry Pro and utilize it, and also in the Husbandry Pro app. And if you put like spider to spider, it'll be a warning, and you can click it and it'll tell you what the warning is, and stuff like that. Cracking is back. No. Best practices might be a great idea. Good one, Don. I don't know why we have a mic. You know what? It's got to be because I'm on Wi-Fi. Because, there should be no reason. So, don't get it. It's probably because I'm not plugged in. So, but I don't see that being an issue because I do my live streams from here on my Patreon. So, like I said, this was just a test. It's good to see everybody supporting and coming out. And maybe I might not have to. Maybe it could be this whole restream. I'm gonna find out why. I'll probably do a couple of these, and the other ones at the facility, and see what the problem is. But like I said, I do my live streams. I do like at least 4, if not 5, on Patreon, and it's sitting in the same spot, exact same way. Sometimes I use the headphones, and we don't really get any of those issues. So it could be this platform. I'll look into it more, and I appreciate you guys. Just couldn't be clear cache before. Could be just you didn't clear cache. How the hell do you do that? There's Mr. EAD. What's up, Chad? Yeah. Mr. Rich McCall, how you doing, my man? If it doesn't crackle for Patreon, it may just be YouTube. Yeah. I mean, well, thanks, Basement Pythons. It's something I've wanted to do. I mean, I took off, last year. This time it was just too much, trying to get caught up. We got a lot of things on the go. Austin's been really, gung-ho around the shop, trying to get things a little more organized for all of us. I miss being on a platform weekly or talking. I love talking about the hobby. I love being, here's my opinion. This is what I believe in. And, everything I say isn't always going to work for everybody. But, I do it because it works for me. I do it because I enjoy it. I like it. I believe it's best for the snakes. But I'm always trying to do better for my animals. Hey, I remember this show. Hey, my man. There we go. I got to pop him up there. There we go. Bam. Chris and Nick from the Reptile Board. How you doing, my man? Yeah, it's pretty neat that, you can get on here from YouTube or from Facebook, which is awesome. So, Doc says Florida Born Exotic. Is that the stuff? Yep. Florida Born's gonna have one of the first shipments of coconut husk of the new. Well, it's not new. It's been around for several years. I've been using it for over 2. I love it. The Go for Cocoa. We did the video today on YouTube. That's going into the United States. I've got more coming in, and I just want people. It's like anything else. I tried this. I didn't like it. I tried this. I liked it. I tried this. Oh, this is even better. We evolve. We get better. Some people might say, hey, you know what? I like the dust. I like it for the animals, or I like being able, because, if you have multiple animals and you use the sifter and sift it, you get some really good, stuff that you don't have to buy. I mean, it's $20-$30 a bag of the cocoa core or whatever it's called. I get it for free from that. And if people have multiple animals and they use that, then going with Reptichip and basically using both products for 2 different or 3 different species, it works for them. I just love this better than everything I have. And I can really say, just like now, people used to message me. It's like, hey, man, is Freedom Breeder better than ARS? Never had a Freedom Breeder. So I've never had a complaint with ARS. I love it. I don't know. From what I hear, this is better, blah, blah, blah. I've had Freedom Breeder now for several years now, and now I can make a comparison. Just like with the coconut husk. I used Reptichip for over a year. Went through 210 blocks personal. I did more than that with cocoa blocks. Now I've done 2.5 years, probably 400 or 500, maybe even 600, maybe even 7 blocks of Go for Cocoa in the 2 different sizes, 200, 350, 400 of each. Don't know, but it's been a lot in 2 years. And I know compared to the others that I've used for years, it's way better, at least for me, my opinion. You're always going to have people that are going to be loyal to Cocoa Blocks, loyal to ReptoChip. Good. I'm not going to be pissed off and mad because you're not using a product that I'm using. It's just how it is, people. We got too much bullshit going on, schoolyard antics in this fucking hobby. There's a lot of crap that's going on, and I don't support, and it's crazy. We talked about this on Patreon too, and, a lot of people just don't want to get involved. I know that we need to speak out and bring stuff up, but it just seemed like that's fucking all we're doing. You go on social media and all we're talking about is the shit in our industry. We don't want to talk about the shit in our industry. Yeah, I know it's there and we need to be aware of it. Cancel them. Don't watch them. I don't want to go on podcasts and hear negative shit every fucking podcast, or at least not the whole thing. Talk about it, fucking make a little bit of awareness, shove it to the side, move the fuck on, positivity, move forward, mindset. It's crappy. It's like every time I turn on a live or I turn on social media and I look through it and I'm going through and I'm like, wow, it's just more negative bullshit. It's like, it's pretty shitty. DNA Reptiles. Sorry, I just went on a little bit of a rant and then stopped, but I should. This is good. Are you using OBS with your restream? No, this is just direct restream. I know I can go in, but this is just basically camera, restream, go. So, Morph Mixology. Jason. I'm back. Had to read my daughter at bedtime. Say that's a good dad. That's awesome. Enjoy those times because when they get bigger, you don't get those moments. It's crazy. So, it's awesome, man. West Coast Royal says, hey, Billy, thanks for always taking time helping me through DMs when I can. It's one thing I want to talk about on one of the first shows is, I get people messaging me all the time. I have a social media manager. So when people are messaging me, I do have a Patreon. And one of the things for Patreon is for those people who are a member, when they need something, here's another way. And I've been getting better at it. I had someone message me on Thursday night or Friday. I was doing an expo all weekend. Monday, I got back to them. And, hey, no problem, cool. Some people get really pissed off, And it's not really my Patreon people. It's other people that expect me to answer their messages when I don't even know who you are. If I have time, I will. People get pissed off. It's like, oh, I shouldn't have to pay. There was one comment, shouldn't have to pay to get, advice. Remember where you came from. Okay, very good point. I remember where I fucking came from. I came from a place where there was no fucking Facebook. There was no social media. There was no fucking YouTube videos. There was no Patreon. There was no people giving fucking help or mentoring people. You know what I did? I sucked it up and learned year after year. And after 5 or 6 years, I figured it out on my fucking own. That's where I came from. So you messaging someone that you've never bought a snake from, I don't even know if I'm following you or you're following me, because I don't have time to go and see who's following me, who's not. I'm not that type of piece of shit where, oh, they're not following me, so I'm not going to respond to them. I don't do that. I don't even look and say, oh, have they bought something from me? Oh, well, then fuck them. Oh, are they all part of my Patreon? No. If I have time, I will help. But I have Georgia. If anyone's messaged me, she has a thing, hey, Billy and the team's really busy, which we are. Like, you run what we do and try to do everything on top. We're fucking extremely busy. But people get mad. And it's like, oh, remember where you came from. I came from a place where no one fucking helped. There was no videos. You typed in fucking, Google, how to breed snakes. You got an alert saying, what the fuck is wrong with you? You need psychiatric help. You know what I mean? I still think that should pop up. But hey, man, we're all crazy and I love it. But it's madness. You know, I remember where I came from. I suffered. I lost. I had to evolve. I had to learn. I had to fucking change my ways and figure it out a year later if that worked. If not, change it again to find out how the fuck it worked. So don't come on here being all righteous thinking, oh, I got to pay you, blah, blah, blah. Remember where you came from? Yeah, I came from somewhere where there was none of this shit. And I didn't come and feel fucking entitled that everybody had to answer my fucking questions when I asked them. Jesus Christ, people. Everything I do, and I try to promote people and fucking my band, you know, Triple B, you know, Brian, everything I do is trying to be inspirational, positive. Like, you know, I love this fucking hobby. I've been a part of it for 20 fucking 7 years since I got my first snake, maybe even a little longer. I've been breeding forever. I keep growing. I know what I'm doing. I know where I made my mistakes. I know where I'm weak at, and I'm trying to build myself and be better, and also bring people with me and inspire them. Like, I don't get why you've never done anything for me. You don't talk to me. You've never bought anything from me. You know, you message somebody. That's like me fucking, you know, oh, you know what? I might want to run for fucking, you know, I want to do politics. I like talking. I think I'm pretty good. I'm going to run for politics. Hello, fucking, you know, Donald Trump. Hey, you know, George W. Bush. Hey, Biden, you know. Oh, my God, I'm getting all pissed off and cursing them back because I'm not responding. Who the fuck am I to them? It's crazy. Mental. So, you know, I try to go on. I was on a live earlier. You know, military morphs. Fucking, you know, they're awesome. You know, every time I can, I go on when I have a chance. And I was like, you know what? Let me turn this on. I got a sort of a free night, no sports on in Canada, no hockey, no basketball, football. Let me just do this. But I went on there for about 10, 15 minutes. I love doing that when I can. But for me to be expected to do it, who the fuck is like, I don't get it. You know? So, it's a little bit of a rant, I guess. Like, you know, you probably see more of those coming. But, Biden on a corded phone. But I just don't get it. Like, I try to do as much as I can, you know, and you know, you don't believe in Patreon, you don't want to pay, then that's cool, you know. I get it, you know. You know, there's carpenters, and then there's you know, master carpenters. Master carpenters went to school, they learned, they did training, they took courses, like, big difference. Big difference in pay, big difference in craftsmanship, big difference in pride, big difference. Doesn't mean you have to do it, but just saying, you know. But I just hate how people, or the best one is they leave a question and 2 days later you look and it's like question mark, question mark, question mark. Thanks for the help. Oh shit, I didn't know I was obligated. Where the fuck was that memo? Like, like people, man, just, you know. And the best one, this is the best one. They're messaging you about genetics that you never sold them, that I don't even know about. Message the guy you got they won't return my, what the fuck? And that's on me to reply, even though I try when I can, you know. Here's something, guys. If you don't already know, let me educate you a little. If you buy animals from somebody and you have questions about that animal or lineage or anything, and they don't fucking help you, spend your money somewhere else. Just saying. You know, just saying. You know, I want someone there. I want to pay to support someone that's going to be there to support me. You know, whether it's good or bad, I want them to be there to support me. That's one reason why I like to give my money to support them and their business, because of them, the way they are, the way they treat me. If they're not doing that and pushing you aside after the sale, they don't give a fuck about you or the animal. They give a fuck about the money. That's just, you know, that's common sense, you know. But then there's other people that don't have common sense and keep buying from the same person and still doesn't get any more support from the back end for you, for them, or for the snake. Fucking blows my head. Blows me away. What's this? David Trask. How you doing, man? It says, absolutely, Billy, you've helped me a few times and I'm grateful. And I can, like, you know, I mean, people think, I don't know if they do think or not, You know, when you come to the facility and see what we all do, myself, the whole team, everybody, I don't know how the fuck you guys do this. Wow. I can't even do this by myself with only 40 or 50 animals at sort of. I don't know how you do this and everything else you do. It's something, man. It's a lot of work. Don from Pear Tree Pythons. You know, he's seen me many, many, many years. You know, when he came into the hobby, I met him, you know, and sort of showed him stuff and how to pop and sex a snake the way I do. Took a while. Some funny stories behind that, you know. He came in, I think even before Patreon, I gave him some guidance on what to do. And, you know, here's your budget. Here's this. Here you go. Perfect, you know. And he's done well with it. But he's also listened to other people. He's been able to go and do other things. You always do and follow. I'm learning, you know. I'm considered a big breeder. People call me a goat, which is, you know, I don't feel like I'm a legend or the greatest of all time or one of them. You know, eventually, hopefully, you know, I want to do something crazy. I'd love to have my own genetic. I'd love to do something even better than you know, or more than I've already done for the hobby or the community or for myself or for my business, my team, everything. I want to keep getting better and elevate myself and grow. I don't know. Don, yep, wait before Patreon. And that's one of the things. Like, people say, it's like, oh, I started Patreon because I was helping so many people and my time was, you know, and Don's doing phenomenal. And I love that. You know, it's amazing. I love seeing people do well. You know, on Patreon, I have this new thing that we just started on Thursdays called Throwback Thursday. And last Thursday, I showed them my very first facility. 2004. Okay. Then I showed my facility in 2009, 2010, 5-6 years later. Once I started figuring it out and doing well, got my first ultrasound, went from melamine racking that I had custom made to ARS and some melamine. And then I'm going to show some other, you know, my next one and my next one, and they're going to see how I've grown. It's amazing. You look back and go, wow, look how far I've come. I want everybody to do that. Nicole Lyons from Canadian Regis, she just posted up her new facility. Wow. It's amazing because I've seen her grow to where she is now. And you know why she is the way she is now? Because she learns, she invests in the right stuff, she prepares, she's, you know, there's so much to this. She markets herself well, she believes in herself. There's so much to this. Not, oh, look how much money I have, I'm going to do well. No, you won't. No, you won't. You know, there's so much to doing this. And I always say it's not easy. Like, you'll never, I don't think any big breeder can go, oh, yeah, man, yeah, I'm doing so good. It's so easy. Yeah, I'm looking for shit to do. I'm so bored. I wish someone messaged me so I can give them some help. It's never going to fucking happen, guys. It's hard work. I work harder than you know, I don't know anybody that works harder than me, you know. I might not have met them because they're too busy working, and so am I. But I don't know anybody who works harder than me. And I'm not saying no, there isn't anybody out there. It's just he's working hard, so am I. We don't get the meat. But I work fucking hard, and I deserve what I have, and I deserve what I get, and I'm still working harder to be better and more efficient and help more people. That's just me. But it's awesome. It's in me. I love it. You know, I've been here for 20 plus years. I'm going to be here for 20 plus more. Nicole is fire. Yeah, man. And it's so great to see, you know, that's hard work. That's dedication. And I mean, it's not easy, people, you know. She's had shitty clutches. She's had shitty years. She's had this. It's like all of us. Nothing's perfect. There is no perfect reality. You know, we work hard. We do this. We're going through a recession. Sales are shitty. Guess what? 6 months from now, a year from now, we'll forget about this because we're going to be so caught up in the awesome shit again. You know, I saw that too. It fucking looks awesome, man. You know, the sky's the limit. Yeah, Nicole has a live on Thursday, which is awesome. I had her on my channel, my content as well. Actually here when we had the studio upstairs, probably a year or two ago. Awesome, man. You know, and I love seeing people grow. And it's persistence, timing, belief in yourself, you know, learning what to do and how to do it, and then keep repeating the stuff that works. EJD Superior Reptiles, what's up, Billy? What's up, everyone? Primal Scales, what's this? So much respect for your level, Billy. Passion, yeah. You know, I mean, not everybody has to be at my level. You know, it's not easy being at my level. If you know, it's almost like I should have a thing, you know, come on down for a week and work and do this and see what we got to do. You'll change your fucking mind quick. Okay, no, there's no way I'm doing this. I'm going to cap at this. Whew. I was complaining before. Fuck no. Now I'm happy as shit. Thank God I had that experience because I don't want to be there. This is my comfort zone, you know, but then there's other people that keep go. So, you know, I think it was Ozzy, man. Ozzy said it the best. Don't go into business, grow into business, especially in this business. It's live animals, you know, grow, you know. If you grow too big and you can't sustain the collection or feed them or house them, you're not going to do well. Neither are the animals. You know, Corey Heft, good evening. Will's hella heat, my man. If everyone had as much passion and love as Billy, there would be so much less drama in the world. Yeah, I have my days though, my man. It's you know, it's not all honky dory. I can bring the girlfriend on right now, and she'll tell you it's not all love and passion and fucking positivity. There's been a few days, you know. Thank God when I can say a few, but you know, a few sometimes too many. But you know, we're all human. I'm not immortal. I'm human. I make mistakes. I'm still learning. Last year, I just knew I had to get off this because, you know, shit wasn't getting done. I was not sleeping. I wasn't eating. I felt almost like I had anxiety, but I don't know because I've never been diagnosed, but I knew I wasn't feeling right. You know, I've been diagnosed with ADHD, OCD, mild Tourette's. That I know. Anxiety, fucking probably too, especially things were going on or whatever it was called. But I know I wasn't feeling good. I you know, and I'm glad I did. It's been over a year, and I've come a long way. I've learned a lot. I've done a bunch of different things, and yeah, and my team stepped up and supported me through it all, and you know, same thing now, you know, so. We learn something, so Big D's, we learn something new every day. Knowledge never stops, you know, and don't think you know it all. Like that's, you know, there's so many reasons why people get involved. PCF, Funny Royals, going in for the money is the biggest downfall for most, sadly. It is, but if you go into it for the money and you learn, you adapt, you change, you modify, you know, you know, some people's passions can change. It can grow into a passion. You know, you need more than just money. You need more than just passion. But if I had to choose, I'd rather have the passion because the passion will take you wherever the fuck you want. Where money, without the passion, you know, I always say, you know, money, you know, the experience, without the money, the passion, the experience, the time, the learning, the love, the education, the want, the desire. If you have that, it might take you longer without money, but you'll get there. But you'll enjoy every bit of the process. Money on top of that shit helps you get there faster. But I'd rather have this shit and wait and enjoy it and learn and get better than have money and not give a fuck and not learn and not care about learning and not, wow, and I think many people that reach out or get onto a Patreon or invest more money, they've got that love. They've got the little bit of experience. Go, wow, I made my first babies. This is incredible. I got more coming. How do I make more? How do I do this? You know what? I believe in myself. I did it. Let me invest more. Let me listen to what these other bigger breeders and other people are saying. I'm making this stuff. I'm selling it with all the other thousands of people selling it. How do I put myself in a better position? They join a Patreon. They get a mentor. They learn. They watch people. They listen, and then they improve. They put that knowledge into play, and they see that we're telling you the fucking truth. Wow, I did really well. What happens if I did it again with more money? Wow, and it keeps going. There's a reason why I have probably, $4 or $5 million worth of holdbacks growing up. It's, I can sell them now and do well, but I'll tell you, I'll be doing way more better with production, with animals to hold back. And most of the stuff that I create, it's to hold back so that I can put them in my holdback room so that I can have better animals and better projects down the road. There is a future. Why would we have holdbacks if we didn't believe in the industry? Everyone's jumping ship. Oh my God, the industry's no one's buying. There's over 49,000 ball pythons. Yeah. Out of those, how many are decent? Don't count the fucking normals, the pastels, the bumblebees, the pinstripes, the champagnes, the single and double jeans. Nothing not het recessive or recessive. Wow. So loving this conversation. Good. Well, that's the thing with these things. I just like turning the camera on and talking. No agenda behind it. I don't even know what I'm doing. If I pick something, we talk. It's what I'm good at. I have a lot of experience. I know what I'm doing. I want people to do well. I have passion. I do things because it works, and I let you know why I do things or why I recommend it. If you don't do it, I don't care. Everybody else is too gung-ho. Oh my God, I can't believe you don't like sunset. Okay, what's wrong with that? I like other jeans. I don't like sunset. Guess what? Doesn't mean that you don't have to. And if you like sunset and I don't, I'm not going to have, okay, cool. Well, let's go have a beer. Let's go fucking eat. Let's talk about snakes. People on my Patreon, there's people that have puzzle and sunset and stuff that I don't like. But I know how to take them to where they need and what to do to make that successful for them. It's a genetic. Whether I like it or not, I know how to make it and grow it and make a project. And, it's easy. But I'm not going to be the one to say, hey, I love that gene. And then, he told me he loves it, but he told this other guy he didn't. What a piece of shit. No, I'm not going to I'm going to tell you for real. If I don't like it, I'm not going to tell you I like it just to not hurt your feelings. I'm allowed to not like something, people. It's like everything. But the thing is why can't we all fucking get along in the sandbox together? We're allowed to have different opinions, different religious beliefs, different skin color, different fucking everything. It's crazy how we segregate ourselves and fight against over the stupidest shit. It's mental. We all love snakes. That's all fucking that matters. Fuck everything else. Oh, you like snakes? Cool. Screw everything else. I don't care about your sexual orientation. I don't care about your religion. You like snakes? Cool. Let's talk about snakes. Woo! Fuck everything else. Oh, you don't like that gene? Oh, I can't talk to you now. Everything else was cool, but you don't like my gene I like. That's fucking so stupid. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. You're allowed to have your own opinions. You're allowed to have your own taste, your own wants, your own thing. Just don't jam it down other people's fucking throats. I don't jam, people used to cut, you cut your eggs with scissors, you should use this, you should use that. Then if you don't like it, do it to your own fucking eggs. Don't tell me what to do. I took 10 years plus of ridicule of me cutting with big scissors. People, they had fucking groups on me. Oh, I'm killing the snakes. Poor guy, blah, 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 blah. All I said was, you know what? I feel more comfortable doing it with the scissors. That's the truth. I've also cut eggs and I've done it on camera. Oh, look, the umbilical cord. The only reason why the umbilical cord gets tangled is because they open them up too early. I've done a YouTube video cutting my fucking eggs 4 days early. Oh, look, it's tangled. Let me save its life. Fucking idiots. And now most people, oh my God, Billy, most people use fucking scissors because they feel more comfortable than whatever works for you. You don't see me going on people that cut fucking with razors and fucking, you should do this because it's bad. No, that's your choice. I just put shit out there as an option. What you do with it, fucking do it. But I know what I'm doing with mine. So, Rebecca V. Love the brutal honesty, Billy. There's not enough plain honestly lately. I'm just real. I mean, I didn't get here. I got here the hard way. You know, if there was a Patreon or there was fucking, I would have made less mistakes. I would have saved more money. I would have been able to, not purchase or do stuff that maybe injured or killed animals. Back in the day, dropping temps, doing this, oh, what's an RI? You couldn't Google respiratory infection for ball python. In fact, it wasn't there. There was no documentation fucking in 1998, not 2000. So, and then trying to call a vet 20 years ago, what the fuck you have a snake for? Oh, it's my pet. What's wrong with you? Sorry, we don't have them here. Like, it's crazy. It's hard enough to get a reptile vet, that specializes and knows what they're doing in today's day and age. Never mind 20 fucking years ago. So it's crazy. So I don't know. I just love this industry. I've met so many amazing people. I love seeing people do well. I love what I do. I've cut thousands of eggs, 5, 6, 10,000 eggs. I don't know how many. And I still love it. It's so crazy. And if somebody can get the same, joy or satisfaction or passion, even half of what I get, and I can help them do that, I'm fucking all in. Because it is incredible. Chasing, projects that you started 4 or 5 years ago. Oh, I missed last year, but this is my year. I mean, you're so excited. And then when it comes to be, it's the best feeling. Even having animals that you produced, and then 2-3 years later, it's like, oh my God, she's got on eggs. I remember when she hatched out. It's so incredible. It keeps giving. So, what's the biggest obstacle you've overcome since you began your legacy? Don't have a legacy yet. I'm working on it. Still got a lot of things to do. My biggest obstacle, time management. I mean, that could also be because of my ADHD. I got to focus on some stuff, but I always have stuff that I always need done. Back in the day, it was the knowledge, but I got over it. I didn't give up. I failed so many times until I figured it out. And then, okay, I got some, but why isn't this? And, the ultrasound really helped me know exactly when to do it and when to stop. That was a big thing. Knowing when my female's ready and when she's not. You're not stressing out her. You're not stressing out the male. You continue to feed her because, she's not building. And then when she's building, you feed her. And then when she's, gravid, you don't. You put the male in on a certain, I put a male in 2 or 3 times. That's it. Learning to stay focused. I see so many people. I look at their collections. Patreon people send me their collections, and they got a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit. Some of it's one in some of their odds are 1 in 16 or higher. Well, instead of trying 1 to 1 or 1 to 2, trying to chase all these long shots, It's like going to a track and only betting on the long shots. When it comes, you might do well, but you're gonna lose 90% of the fucking time chasing that 10%. Not a good way to do this. Fix it so now you're 1-2, 1-4, 1-8. Way better than 1-16 in this. Plus, you have more options. Instead of 1-1, 1-2, go 1-3, 1-4, 1-5 for fuck's sakes. Because if 2 of those females stop eating, don't breed, reabsorb, you still got 3 other females to that male. You play the numbers. So, don't have, like, people, oh, what do you think of this gene? What do you think of that gene? I don't. How come? You should have it. No. I'm focusing on what I have, making it better. I like to see my projects and my animals get better and move this direction year after year. Not like, okay, this went up 1 step, this went up 2 steps, got into all these other new ones. I'd rather see this go fucking 2 stories up. And then this one, like, wow and wow and wow. All the other shit I can deal with later. Why do I have to have every gene? Why do you have to have every gene? Pick shit you like and fucking take it to the next level. Because you can work with pied clown and pied and clown. I guarantee you, if you had 10,000 fucking animals, you could not produce everything you could with clown pied, clown pieds, all the combos and there's no end to it. But let's have 500 other genes and try to play smart. Pick 4 or 5 great, projects. Keep taking them, add a couple, build them the same way you built these, and you continue to do that. I love people. Oh yeah, I finally got into clown. What do you got? Oh, I got a fucking pastel clown female. That's not into clown. You shouldn't even say the word. I go on my Husbandry Pro and I type in clown. In my collection, clown, visual clown, het clown, or possible het clown. I got 586 fucking animals. Most of them are females. You do pied, I got over 600 pieds. But I got clown pieds, lavender clowns, I'm in the project, Dreamsicles, in that project, I probably got 30, 40 breeder females. Combo lavender het pied, combo pied het lab, combo dreamsicles, and then stuff growing up. I got a lot. I can say, yeah, I'm in the Dreamsicle project because I'm in the fucking Dreamsicle project. I'm in the Pied project. I'm in a lot of the stuff. Don't just get 1 or 2 animals and think you have a project. You need to build that. Wow. So, Rich Pied. Love me some Pied. Yes, sir. So, I don't have a count here. Nasty Morphs. Aren't you supposed to be working? No love. I wanted to get a phone call from him. He's like, oh, I'm too busy tonight. But you can go on and fucking watch it live. But no, I give you credit. You're probably watching it while you're working. So a lot of love to that, to that man. Got a lot of cool stuff happening. Trevor and Nate. Give a shout out to Caleb as well. So I don't have a count. How many people are on here now? 25, 30? That's one thing I got. It doesn't do a counter. Feeding. Good luck. Feeding night. Ours is Wednesday. $102. What? $102? Oh my God. You guys are either really bored or have no lives. Oh my God. You guys are awesome. So much love and support from this community, and it's awesome. And no, I just love doing what I do, and I want to see people do well. And it's funny because if you follow me for years, I've never changed. I'm the same crazy guy doing what I'm doing. I want to help people. I try my best. I want to better myself, and I'm always changing things to be better. And I love giving people shout outs and doing things. And it was a post, oh, he only does that for fucking, monetary on. It's my shittiest viewed videos, but I keep doing them. I get the more comments. Oh my God, I went, where's the snakes? Hey guys, no snakes. Remember when I used to do them together? I used to do the mail openings, and then snakes start at 2 minutes and 37 seconds. Like, what the fuck? Like, wow. That's why we started doing them. It's like, hey guys, we're going to do mail Monday. Mondays are only going to be mail, no fucking snakes. Don't like it, don't tune in Monday. And you still get those fucking asshats going in saying, wow, we should be snakes instead of mail. Like, you got, wow. Not forcing you to be here, bud. You know what I mean? Oh, it's crazy. So, Jason from Morph Mixology says, vending the Pacific Northwest show outside of Seattle this weekend. 13-hour drive each way. Hope you do well. Hope you, have a safe drive there and back. Say hi to everyone for me. Say I was on a live, and Billy says to say hi from Mutation Creation. And hope you do well. And I don't know if you're like most of us, you go to a show, the more you sell, the more you spend to come home with. We're a bunch of addicts. Oh, Jana King. I'll be vending too. There you go. Hold Back Rack podcast. One of the two. So that's awesome. Good luck. Big D's, when you coming to Tinley? It looks like October. So it looks like October. I'm definitely shooting for October. Yeah, if I'm there, I'm going to be announcing it. And then I got to do some paperwork. And once I get that all straightened out, I'll be probably, coming every couple months to a couple things, come out, do one of the large expos, and, visit a couple people and maybe vlog a little. But definitely want to start getting on that now that, all the COVID crap measures are gone. I've already been to Europe, which was great. I'll be traveling again. We were supposed to go away 2 weeks ago to Mexico, but with all the crap happening and the luggage and the flights and the shit going on with the cartel down there, we decided not to, even though we need to get away. So we'll figure something out. But we are having a little bit of a getaway in July before, August, September, October, November, before the end of the year gets really busy. So definitely everything we do, I message the my awesome social media manager, Georgia. I'm like, hey, can you do this? Hey, can you post that? Hey, can you let everybody know? And she does a great job with it, the way she does the stories and stuff. And very happy with her. And so I'm definitely going to say, hey, let's do this. I'm going to put this out. So I'm going to get her to post stuff. Like when I'm doing when I do start the Mondays, she'll post something, say the Friday. Say, hey guys, don't forget on Monday, Billy's doing this on the Monday. And then she'll probably do it the day of. Don't forget tonight. So you'll get, you'll know a lot in advance. If I'm going somewhere, I'm going to attend somewhere. We'll definitely keep that on Instagram. Facebook, I don't use that much. I'm hardly on it. If people message me on Facebook and I get back to you 4 or 5 days later, you're lucky because I hardly go on. Instagram, I even told Georgia to leave my Facebook alone because I get so many messages and stuff on Instagram. That's my platform of choice where I prefer a lot less drama, at least, well, not lately it's not, but, that's another thing too, is with all the crap going on, don't watch it, you just go unfollow. Don't see it on your feed. If you have friends and you see them reposting stuff, it's there. That's their choice. That's amazing. If you support it, post. If you support it and you don't feel like posting, you shouldn't be forced to. But if you do want to, be heard and sometimes, being aware and not getting involved is positive, and sometimes it's negative. just do what you feel like you should be doing. But I myself hate seeing negativity. I hate seeing it. I try to turn it off. I step away from it. What's all going on? It just seems like it's getting worse. Like, oh, this is happening, and this is happening, and then this is going to happen, and this is going to happen, this is going to re-happen. It's just fucking crazy. It's nuts. But hey, you guys are awesome. So, oh, my man, Jaffe Exotics. He was just over. He was at the expo, falling asleep, standing up like most of us on the weekend. We were all so damn tired. Austin was at the facility until 2:30 in the morning, and he came back at 5:30 in the morning to help get ready and pack and go vend. So I don't know how many hours he slept, but he was only away from the facility for 5 hours, and he had to drive at least 45 minutes, together there and back. So he probably had 4 hours. Yeah, but my man Jaffe, he pops into the facility once in a while, helps out, hangs out. He's awesome. He's got some fire. And I know he has a show with, D and KG from Bomb Projects. I don't know what night it is, of course. I want to say Wednesday. Is it Wednesday night, Jaffe? If he's still here, promote it. Oh, Reagan Renee. What's going on? Just saw the mail Monday. Reagan is in bed, but she's going to freak when she sees it. Thank you. Awesome. Oh, and you had Charlie on the card. You have a son as well? A wee son? But I'm glad. I mean, it's awesome. I hope she does freak out. I remember watching the video when she was wearing my... oh, that's me, Reagan's dad. Okay, so there we go. See? I always thought you were Reagan. Oh, my God. See? Richie laugh out loud. Like you knew any better, did you? You probably did. There you go. Okay, so that makes more sense now. So, but I remember when she was wearing the shirt that I sent her and you, and opening up the animals you got. It was so awesome. It was so awesome. Oh my God, there's a stranger. Music City Balls. What's going on? So, yeah, let's change this. Let's see. Let's change this. Let's go to graphics. Let's put this one up. Let's go here. There we go. Look at that. Look at this fancy thing. So fancy. So Jaffe says we do a show on Instagram, 7 p.m. Eastern. Just Kaylin, and sometimes D. I enjoy ourselves. The show is about people coming on and showcasing some stuff. Well, when is it though? I know what it is, but when? You do it on Instagram, 7 p.m. Eastern. What day, dude? Be more specific. There's everybody going every night on Instagram at 7 p.m. trying to figure out what fucking night it is. Oh, my man. There he is. Bash Coder. What is going on, my man? It's good to see everybody in the chat. If you just got here, I'm trying to bring back my channel, my content. It's going to be different. This is a new thing called Restream. I want to, utilize something different where I can actually pull your little name up here and what you're saying, and I can do fancy stuff, put a EAD chat and stuff, and have this little banner running at the bottom, change stuff up, and look at that. Please go ahead and hit that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. Fancy. But I just figured I'd come on and just try it and see how it is and how it works. Had some mic issues. So now apparently it's better now. So what's this? So Clay, much respect to you guys, Billy. Impressed with the way you spoke of Go for Cocoa today. I have thoughts of repping product store to store again, if that's good, if it's that good. Yeah. I know one thing is I know in the U.S., people are like, oh my God, the prices of cocoa keep going up. It is shipping, the cost of it is crazy. We're going to be as competitive with the other brands, the premium stuff. There's stuff out there that's like $10 or $12 a block. It's garbage. You get what you pay for. I've used a bunch, but what I know is, seeing in the video, like I know, and I've had other people that used other stuff, and have tried it, and they're like, "Holy fuck, it is way better." That's all I want to know. The product speaks for itself. I don't need to sit there and jam it down your throat. Try it, and you'll see. If it is, great, and if it isn't, don't use it. That's just that simple. No one's putting a gun to your head. I'm not going to get mad if you'd rather use Reptichip or Go for Cocoa. I get it. It's like, hey, I have Feed and Breeder and I have ARS. I prefer ARS personally. Someone's going to get pissed off. Oh, man, I can't believe you don't like Feed and Breeder. You suck. Okay, I guess I sucked at. But that's my opinion. That's what I choose. I'm not going to get mad because someone likes ARS and someone doesn't. Someone likes Freedom Breeder and I like ARS only. I'm not going to say, oh, I can't talk to you or talk snakes and, have a great discussion and have fun and enjoy because you have different racks than I like. It's so stupid. That's how we're getting lately, people. You don't have the right cocoa. You don't do this. You don't fucking do that. You don't. It's so stupid. You don't like this, Gino? I can't talk to you. What? Let's go get along, people. It's that simple. It's that simple. Mr. Tom Rockwell. Hope everything's well. You and the fam. So when is Go for Cocoa going to be distributed in the States? So I've got a couple skids going down to Florida. I should have a couple skids going to, say, Seattle way soon. Some going into Missouri. I got another, let's see, five or 6,000 blocks should be delivered in the next month, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. End of February, because February is a short month, early March. And then that comes in. I got another one that's coming in. And then we're going to start stockpiling it. So once it goes and we start getting distributors, here you go. Okay, these guys will need 4. These need 3, 2. Okay, here we go. We'll keep bringing it in. And we'll start popping it over and distributing it and growing as we grow. But, I do want to have it very dispersed efficiently through the U.S., within the next 6 months. So I'd love to see it at every show where people can go and touch it and say, wow, this is a lot better. Or even buy a block or two and try it and say, yeah, you know what, it's better, but I like the other stuff. I like the way it better. I'm not getting offended. I prefer this over everything I've used, and I've used pretty much everything. And I'm not going to go down to something cheaper because I know it's not going to fucking fly. So, I know what I like. I know what I use. I give you the reasons why. If you like things for different reasons, I'm not going to get butthurt. I'm still going to talk to you about snakes, and we can still shake hands and hang out and fucking do what we do, So, some people like paper towel. I mean, I used to love unprinted newspaper, but the smell, the amount of work, if Chris from the Reptile Ward's still here, fuck, we never stopped. We do 400 or 500 bins and we look behind and there's still 400 or 500 more. It's like we never put a dent in it. And that was a while. So Austin sort of talked me into, doing a bit of cocoa. We did that with the adults, saw that the smell went down. We were able to go through the collection a lot more times than just once, and then we started, doing the holdbacks. And then eventually to the hatchlings, and I haven't looked back. And that's been about 5-6 years now. Very happy. But going from crappy cocoa to Reptichip, so much happier. Going to cocoa blocks, so much happier. going to Go for Cocoa, the happiest I've been. And I don't see anything getting better. Or if it is better, I don't know how much better it can be. But, I'm willing to try it out, but I'm very happy where I'm at. But doesn't mean, if something else comes out better, I'm still going to try it, even though I'm the distributor, and then if it's like, hey man, this is better, Jean-Francois, we need to make our product a bit better. This is why, things can get better. You don't raise your price and have your quality go down, that's just how it is. Yes, sir. Look at that. To this day, Brian Gundy still uses newspaper, old school. And you know what? It works. Cypress works. Paper towel works. Unprinted newspaper works. Coconut husk. Aspen chip. There's so many things. There's actually little liners you can get. You don't need anything. You just put the liner in. There's not one way to do things, people. Do what works for you, makes your animals happy. Butcher paper too. Thank you, Shannon. But there's so many ways to do things. Okay, so Lindsay, not a silly question. I can give you a silly answer if you like. You do not have Go for Cocoa in the United States yet. Next week or the week after, we should be shipping 2 skids to Florida and 2 skids to Missouri area, and then some to Seattle. All depends on the timing. And then once the new shipment comes in, I'll be seeing how they are, because they might need to be reloaded, or at least, I want to have some so when they're like, hey, we're out, we can ship instead of, well, you got to wait another 2-3 weeks till the new shipment comes in. I want to keep everybody supplied, and that way we'll keep growing. So I want to have some on stock so that someone doesn't, run out and then, oh, but these guys, they're brand new and they got it. But the guys that, started don't have any. I want to sort of, it's hard, even with cocoa distribution. It's not so easy just to, just do this. If I was making it myself and I had thousands of it, I could know what to do. We got to wait, get it shipped in, put it out. Also got to keep enough here to keep the Canadians happy and myself. We got to be smart, right? So it is coming in. Lindsay wanted the silly answer. Oh, man. But, yeah, that's the thing, too. People, especially new, especially learning, don't be afraid to ask what you think are dumb or stupid questions. If you heard some of the questions out of my mouth 25 years ago, you wouldn't feel bad about what you're thinking. Like, back in the day, we did not have access to any of this shit. So believe me, some of the questions I asked were way stupider than the ones you think that you're asking. Ask. What's stupid is not asking the question, because you're not going to know or find out the right answer. And sometimes an animal can be depending on it. It died. And you find out, you could have did this, it could have saved it. Oh, I wish I knew. If you asked the question that you thought was stupid and someone told you, you could have saved that animal. Ask, and if anybody makes you feel stupid for asking the question, not the right person to be around to ask or to be a mentor, really, not everybody knows everything. I sure fucking hell didn't. I'm still learning new shit. People ask me questions and I'm like, you know what? I don't even know. I've never heard of that. No one knows everything. And if they do, great. That's an amazing person to know. But, we all grow and we all have certain experience in certain things. And that's why I love to have resources to other people. And when I bring on Dr. Warren Booth, so amazing, such a nice guy, so informative, so much knowledge and care and works with so many different species and great resource. Awesome, honest, right to the point. You know what? Don't know, like me, even someone with all his PhDs and his doctorates or whatever in his knowledge in the industry of herpetology and everything else, if he doesn't know, he's going to say, I don't know. Not try to, I've got to answer because, no, he's just amazing guy.
Don't know. I've asked him questions. He's like, you know what, Billy? Don't know. Never even thought about asking to figure that out. Cool. I mean, that's the best answer that I want. Not him trying to fucking, regurgitate some shit and doesn't even make sense and doesn't even answer the question. And even if it did answer the question, it's the wrong, answer to the question. So big shout out to, Dr. Warren Booth. Oh, here we go. Look at this. So if it's 10:35 and they're in the UK, it's like 3:30 in the morning. Love you guys. 21st Century Reptiles. Huge shout out. I've used Go for Cocoa in the UK. It's really good. Awesome stuff, man. And I love it. So, Old Man Pies and Clowns. What's going on? Wayne and Alice, Serpentine. We feel really fortunate to be close enough to Billy to access Go for Cocoa. They were just down just before the expo, like within the week, and they stopped in and grabbed some more, which was awesome. It's always good to come and hang out and see what's going on over there. I put hatchlings, my man 905. You put those hatchlings with that shitty collection you have, you bottom feeder. Just had to. Wow. Just had to. I couldn't resist, my man. I put hatchlings on paper towel, juveniles on cypress, adults on cocoa. It all works. Got a little bit of everything going on. So, thank you, Billy. That's Holly from Texoma. Probably screwed that up. Look at this. Old Man Pies and Clowns. Not much, Billy. Glad you're doing the live thing again. Been following you since 2016. Love it, man. It's just so awesome. Love the support. I love it. I hope that, through all that time of watching, I've helped out or inspired you or something. I mean, we just do videos to do videos. If we can try to add some stuff in it, we do. We turn it on, we fuck up, we make mistakes, we do what we do. That's just, I'm not perfect, but it's so much easier for me to turn a camera on or like this, answer questions, talk, and, it's awesome. 905. He said my name. Oh my God. You guys are awesome. But no, man, this is super cool. What's this here? Mr. Timeless Morphs, Tom. Billy, can you make a Patreon or Instagram post with who is all going to distribute Go for Cocoa and the regions they'll serve? There you go. See, look at this, man. I'm learning from you guys. This is awesome. Very good idea. You know what? I'm going to ask you. I'm going to put you to work, my man. Put that on my message that to me on when you can. On my, like I do all the time on the Q&As. Hey guys, can you do me a favor? Go on the Patreon and send me, put it on my Patreon message so that I can actually, great idea. But I will definitely do that. And once people get it, we'll be giving them shout outs like, hey, Alex from Florida Born Reptiles, finally, their shipment's on their way, reach out. We're going to start doing that because, I want to see it at expos when people can go and touch it and feel it because I love putting it as display. I get a small tub and a big tub and I fill it with cocoa from 2-3 days before and they can touch it and sponge it. Like you can see how spongy it was. The water come out, but you can still sponge it and you can still see how it's holding water. The stuff's amazing. And that's been sitting there for like 3-4 days. And it's still, it's awesome stuff. I love it. So I want people to see it and then, wow, this is really nice and smells good, looks good. Wow. Take it home and use it. And when they use it, then they go, wow, I really like it. And then they're going to post about it, say, hey, we tried this new Go for Cocoa. It is so much better. Wow. It should pick up. So I hope it to really invade the US and, people that love it will use it and speak highly of it and compare it. And if it's not something you don't like or you don't think is better, put that too. No, oh, only if it's good, put a review. If it's bad, you don't like it, let us know too. You know? So, oh, look at that. Later, Rich. Rich McCall Serpents. Gotta go. Good seeing everyone here. Keep on keeping on, Billy. Man has the best shirts in the industry. Check him out. RMS, Rich McCall. And his stickers are pretty badass too. Love the logo. Good night, Rich. Can't believe there's like 100 of you guys. You guys are awesome. I'm just doing a test, random thing, and you guys are so amazing. It's pretty crazy. It's my first live. I didn't even announce it. I get more guests than most people's podcasts. It's nuts. You guys are psycho. Got so much love from you guys, man. I really enjoy it, and I'm glad I can help and inspire and do all that kind of stuff, and even learn from you guys. Far Out Exotic, what's going on? So I'm going to run this for another, say, 10, 15 minutes, and that's it. And then, you might even see me do a quick test run with Austin next Monday, and then we'll let you guys know, or maybe we'll just go right into Monday next week, just bam, let's just do it. But we'll let you know Friday. I'll get George in a post. But, Mitzi Ann, 21st Century Reptiles. That's how much we miss you. You guys, that's awesome. Thanks, Funny Royals. So Creative Genetics, are you going to be on Mondays again? I'm always going to go on Mondays. I just don't know when. A lot of people say, hey, why don't you try it out every 2 weeks and go from there? Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, this is the first time I've turned the camera on, and I'm trying, like, with this new Restream. Had some little technical difficulties in the beginning. I'm going to talk with Austin and try to fix this. So maybe next Monday we'll do a test and then get right back into it. I'm not sure, but we will keep you going. But it'll definitely be Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'd like to keep it to an hour, 2 hours max, and go from there. Look at all the love from 905. Billy could fart, and it's still better than 90% of the podcast out there. Come on. There's some good stuff out there. Lately, not really. It's turned into a shit show. But I don't know if Jane is still here. But, they have, there's many, their Holdback Rack is very educational. They bring people on. It's great, informative. I guess I am too, but I'm all over the place. I don't have they have a topic, and they have nice little, they're professional, there's still people out there they're great at what they do. There's so many. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so 7 a.m. I need some beauty sleep, so I won't see it, but I'll get the end of it. Samson has his What's in Your Cup episode. So I'll be checking that out tomorrow. What? Reggie, my man. So sick. Hey, Reggie, just to spoil it, we're giving you a shout out. Austin's wearing your hoodie like he always usually does in the video on Thursday. So always, sharing the love to the good people. Reggie's fucking awesome. And you got to get your ass up to Canada again, man. I haven't seen you since what, 2000, was it 19? Was it 8? No, it was 19. Fuck, man, it's been like 3 years. Get your ass up here, my man. Come see the new facility. Miss you, Reggie. Miss you, man. You got to come. Reggie's in the house, which is awesome. It's funny because you know what, Reggie? I think almost every time I drive to Montreal, I'm always talking to you either on the way there or way back, except for the last time because I went to play poker with some buddies. But I'm planning on heading to, within the next week or two, to Montreal. So we'll talk on the way, Yeah, hell yeah, my guys. I want to call this. I was going to call this weekend about coming up. There you go. Look at that. That's awesome. Reggie's Urban Jungle. My man, that'd be sick. Yeah, we'll plan something out, man. Come up for a couple days, man. It'd be amazing to have you. Well, you're used to it, but I mean, it's still a little cool coming now. We got some snow, but that's awesome. That'd be great. But yeah, man, when I do this drive, you know, do you remember? I don't know if you were on my Patreon back then, but I did a Patreon live. I believe Serpentine was on, and I know Nasty Morphs. I think Chad, Richie's Recessive. There was like 7 or 8 of us on a live, and everywhere I would go, it would crack because I was in the middle of nowhere. It was pretty shitty, and I'd have to go back on, and we'd all have to rejoin. Yeah, that was really shitty. But when I the phone call, it's way better. Trying to do a live. I think it was with Discord too. Hate Discord. Got rid of it on my Patreon. But yeah, man, I'll give you a shout. Also, when I drive to Montreal is when I listen to most of the Chris Eaton podcasts, with some of the guests and stuff. So it's when I get caught up on a lot of stuff, which is cool. So, Nasty Morphs, that was a great live. Yeah, it's cool like that. Like, one thing is, when, a lot of times too, when I leave the facility, I'll call some of my Patreon people or stuff, or we'll talk. And, it's a half an hour drive. And I usually get home and I speak for another half an hour to an hour. But, I get a lot of good talks in when I'm driving. So, pretty awesome. Paul from Large Marge Morphs. Me too with Discord. Yeah, I just deleted it off ours. There's other people's that have it running and doing well with it. To me, it's just, you know what? We weren't really using it, and so it's just like, screw it, I want to post something, let's just do it on our lives and everything else. So, I don't know. Hate it, yeah. So, Tinley Turn Up, October 2023, 21st Century Reptiles. I'm planning to be there. I hope to be there. Probably going to bring Austin and a lion. If a lion, Austin went with Jaffe last year. A lion still was waiting for his passport. So, holy, look who's in the house. What? This man. Snakes and the Fat Man, Mr. Chris Eaton himself. Discord equals toxic. I agree. Got rid of mine. Even though we weren't really using it, I just got rid of it because I didn't like it like a year ago. It was great for the first 5-6 months. Great. It was a new thing. Everybody was on. It was active. And then, oh, you shouldn't use this. Oh, people who do this shouldn't do that. This and that. It was like, what the fuck? Putting out fires. And then I had some admins were like, no, I sort of agree with him. Well, no, that's wrong. Blah, blah, blah. The admins were, it was just fucking holy shit. Delete. Done. So, yeah, Chris, so I just figured I'd try, this is just a test to come on and try to do something different, like with Restream. I saw it, instead of using StreamYard or some of the other stuff, I'm like, let me try this, and just trying it out. So, trying to do a bunch of things and different captions and stuff like this that I couldn't do before. I wonder if I can bring, let me see. Holy moly, everyone's out. Look at this. Patrick, my man. Billy the Man is back. Well, I'm trying. It's a process. See that? Give the shout out to Holdback. People out there doing it right. This is exactly, see, Chris nailed it on the head, man. Like, see, you suck for using Restream. I use StreamYard, so we can't be friends anymore. That is a typical response in this fucking community lately. Chris nailed it on the head. You know what I mean? That's exactly how stupid we sound and we look in our community lately. Oh, I don't like fucking ARS racks. Oh, I'm a feeder beater guy. Cancel. Oh, I don't like to cancel. Can't talk to you. You use Reptichip. I use Cocoa Blocks. I use Go for Cocoa. You feed live. I feed frozen thawed. The bullshit never ends. Guess what? People can have different fucking choices, beliefs, views, you know, everything. We're not all the same. And I'm glad we're not. Because if we're all the same, everyone's fucking making the shit I am, and we're all fucking competing against each other. See what I mean? We need differences, and people need to be able to get along and grow and mature with other people that don't have the, like, fuck. We're adults, people. But Chris nailed it on the head. That's how stupid it sounds, like in this industry, community lately. It's dumb. It's fucking childish. So I just turn it off. Don't watch. Delete. You know, I'll watch something that gets stupid. Guess what? I'm not going to sit there and be a fly and fly around the shit with the other fucking flies. I don't like shit, so I'm not a fucking, don't want to be a fly. I leave it alone. Bye. You know? Preach it, Billy. I'm just being real, you know? And the thing is I have more I wanted to, like, you know, I've never gone on to, I'll say the whole back rack. There's a few other people that I've not gone on and went like, wow, this is great. Like, well, I can't watch this anymore. It's been great. You know, there's quite a few podcasts, you know, even with Chris, man. Chris, you know what you're getting when you watch. I love Chris's humor. I love the way he is. It's not a surprise when he makes one of his jokes or one of his, you know, things, and, you know, putting out, like, you know, the Ultramel gene, you know, one of my favorites, you know, shitting on it, shitting on the Huffman, shitting on Hypo. Love Hypo. Guess what? Fucking Chris is an amazing guy. He don't like it, puts a video out how much he fucking hates it and why. I still love the man. You know what? That's his choice. I have my choice. I love it. Not the Huffman. Don't really know much about it to make an opinion, but, you know, cool, man. I talk to Chris a lot of times over the phone, and we message back and forth and shit. He'll check in on me and vice versa. Fucking awesome. Don't see eye to eye. Have a lot of different, like, we're two peas not in the same fucking pod. And you know what? We're fucking tight. That's how it should be with everybody. So, yes, Billy rant. Easy, Christina. Easy. It's not, I'm always ranting. Fuck. I just get excited. I have high blood pressure, I guess. But, you know, but Patrick, you're still on here. Let me see if I can do this. Hold on. Block user on YouTube. Put user in timeout. Add to block lists. Okay, no, I don't want to do that, Patrick. If I go over here, I want to see if I can. Are you all set up? Are you all set up, Patrick, with your headset and stuff and a camera? Cuddle time. Holy moly. Melinda, how are you? I didn't know Billy was on. I wasn't supposed to be, especially for this long. You know, 100 people plus. You guys are insane. Good night, Music City, my man. Big man Jay. Good night. Much love and many blessings and success to everyone. Keep on keeping on. Yes, sir. I want to see if I can bring someone on, if it's that easy. So, Patrick, you in front of a mic? H&H Pythons, hey. Reptile Lifeline. I miss you guys too. We've all missed your lives. Yeah, well, I would like to bring it back. I want to keep it to an hour to 2 hours. Bring Austin on. He can help pick some stuff. And, you know, just get into some things. Do things differently. I think it's good to have something different, you know. And where are you? I'm looking for you. Patrick, are you still there? Okay, Jason, basement pythons, my man. Are you in front of a cam? You got a cam or a webcam? Oh, yep. So let me bring him on first. So finally, I want to see if I can even do this because It says invite up to 10 guests. Let me try it. Oh, Quebec Reptiles. Eric's in the house. Good night, my man. So let me see if I can do this. So it says invite up to 10 guests. Okay, so how do I invite them? Guests can add this channel to stream. Okay, like I said, I'm trying to learn how to do this. So maybe if I do this. Hold on. Sorry, guys. So Jane is still in the house. Good. Billy, I'm always busy as always. Good to hear. I know the feeling very well because so am I. Lindsay from Pico Pythons is saying hi, H&H. H&H Pythons in the house. Okay, let me try this. Let me find Patrick. Like I said, this is like a test, so that way I should be able to just be able to, if I go here, I can reply. Maybe if I reply, no, that's not going to do anything. That's just going to, so I can actually reply down here. So that's not really cool. Hi. Wow, that's sort of stupid. It says invite guests. So I guess I have to copy this. There's got to be a way I can just bring you on quick. Unless, can I just drag and drop? Let me see if I can drag and drop. Nope. Lot to learn, my man. Lot to learn still. Should be a way. Oh, here we go. Right in the middle of the thing, it says invite guests. It says invite guests at the top. And then it says invite guests here. But when I invite, no, it's the same shit. Guests can add channels to the stream. I don't know what that means. So if I do this, Control C, I don't know how to do this. It says invite people. Invite up to 10 guests, but it doesn't, it just gives me, so I guess what I got to do is, let me go to, I should be able to do it here. Okay, so I'm going to post this here. No, that's not right. Where is it? Hold on. Wow, this is one long ass. So I'm going to, don't everybody use this, please. I'm just testing. So there's the host. So if you copy and paste that, it should be giving you a link to send to them. Yeah, that's what I figured too, Jana, but it's not. It gives me a link, but I don't know how to send it to them. So I just posted it right there. So if you can copy and paste that, Patrick, and also Jason from Basement, hopefully that works. If you can paste that into your browser, or I don't know how it works, and hopefully you pop in. Like I said, this is new to me. But at least next time, I'll have a better idea. I'm not going to get 50 people jumping on because people are going to, realize I'm doing this. And I've invited a few people on. They're not just going to keep jumping on. If they do, hopefully I can just click them off. So Lindsay wants to click so bad. There's Patrick. Okay. So let me see if I bring him on. So if I bring him on, there he is.
Whoa. I hope I'm not on blast. Where you go? Where'd you
You're
go?
big.
Though?
Okay, so now I do this. Watch. Now I can do this. Hold on. So I got to bring him on as well. So if I do this, press Shift 3. Why? I should be able to click it. Hold on.
Always doing new stuff. Always.
Oh my God. This is pissing me off. Because I'm supposed to sit here, half screen. It's not working. I don't like this restream. I might have to use StreamYard and be friends with Chris. Okay, hold on, Patrick. So I'm right here. I don't want to share screen. I want to change. When they show you how to do this, I'm like, oh, this looks so easy. pressed shift 1. Shift 1. That's not working. That's not working. Let me see. Maybe if I do, so if I do this, that brings me back. Yeah, they advertise. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna say they advertise this.
Figured it out.
They advertise, but it should be a lot faster. The way they advertise it, oh, it's so great. Seamless transit. Fuck, this is horrible. So, clicky the, watch this one. Clicky the buttons. Hey, fuck off. You know that I'm doing more than clicking the buttons. I'm doing all types of shit.
Yeah, you figured it out.
He knows me.
You know,
He's been on my Patreon for a while, so he knows what I'm doing when I'm doing it. Oh my God. And then here, let's see if I do this and I do this. Look, wow.
Cool.
There's Jason. How you doing, guys? So
I'm back, Billy. We missed you.
Oh,
you
so
know,
hold on. Let me see if I can do this. If I do this, now it works fine. Oh yeah, do you guys, everybody watching, do you guys see you guys at the bottom and me at the top? And then I should be able to do, there we go. Look at that. And then we can bring Jason up. Look at that.
easy that is.
Now you're getting the hang of it.
Now it is. After me, you know, like Pashcoder said, clickety click. What? How did he word it?
Yeah, I should have prepared a
clicky the button, Billy. Oh my God! But there we go. How you doing, Jason?
I am going to work
Mike's
in
off.
10 minutes.
There you go. You got to work in 10?
Yep.
Oh man, night shift.
Yes. Super fun.
I've been there, done that many times, so I know the feeling. But yeah, eventually we're gonna have to get on another live, whatever.
Yes, definitely.
And there's Patrick. You're lagging a little. I don't know if it's the software. Speak, Patrick. I want to see if there's a delay.
Is there a lag as well?
Just say something.
He did.
Yeah, there's a delay with you too. I do not like StreamYard so far.
Yeah.
So, man, I figured I'd try something new. So it looks like I'm going to have to use StreamYard like everyone else.
Not ready yet. Not ready for it.
Oh, Jason just bounced. Anyways, Jason, have a good night. If you can still hear me. Good luck at work. And message me sometime next week and we'll talk about doing something. And let's see. Jaina, you want to pop on? And see if it's just that. Like an old B film with lips move, then yeah.
So
Oh, there he is. He's back again. So let me see. Where is he? If I do this, there he is.
It just kicked me off.
You're on a cell phone, right? Turn it sideways.
I am.
There you go. Boom. Now we get all of you. So
There we go.
now if I do this, yeah, I mean, even this is laggy. Sort of stupid. I'm not liking this right now because we've had problems with the audio. And now, yeah, I can't get this to work. So if I do, hold on. If I do this, like, what the? How? There we go. There's two. Hold on. Let's see if we. Oh my God.
There we go.
Still don't like it. Too much lag. I'd rather go back to my old way, right? I just wanted to do something different, you know?
Always.
Oh, Jana's doing statistics homework. Good for you. So we'll see you on your own podcast. So audio is kind of crunchy too. Yeah. I just figured I'd try something. I wanted to come out and do something different. I like the way things are set up, but you know, not if it's laggy, or if it's so much like. If you want, pop on, and then if not, you know, I'm only gonna go for another say 10 minutes or so. I'm just trying to feel this out. But like I said,
Yeah.
I don't want to do this and keep working on it and it gets worse. And I pay for this. It's not like, you know, I did this. This isn't the free version. I pay for this. So I figured if
Wow.
I'm going to do it, I'm going to do something. So I paid for a month, not by the year. But if this is how it is, it's not even worth paying for. You know what I mean? So, but
Come
I guess
dude.
You'll probably just take
what
getting
we're going to have to
used
do is
to.
StreamYard, or I just go. No, I like the way I can pop stuff on, where I don't know. I might just use the old way. I don't know. You know, when you try to come back and do something, you want to do it a little different, but this ain't working. But so look at all this peer pressure. Peer pressure. Do it. Do it. Do it, Jana. Do it. So let's see. Now how do we do this? So let's see if I do this. What? Oh, look at that. So Patrick,
There you go.
What'd you do, Patrick?
Whoa.
What did Patrick do? Hold on. I don't know where he went.
Is it lagging more now that there's 4 of us?
I don't know. Is
There
it
you go.
laggy? I say something, Jana.
Can't hear a thing.
Hi, guys.
No,
doing
you're
my
not
homework.
laggy. I don't know. It's not the greatest. I mean, I might fiddle around with
hear
it a
you.
little more, but look, here's Will. You know, Chris is somewhere saying "fucking amateurs." Exactly. Yeah, we know Chris oh so well. So, you know, he's gonna message me. I probably got it now already. Should use StreamYard, you fucking yo-yo. But so yeah, that's true. If he's using a cell phone, the lag will be worse than the computer. But I mean, my logo's right in his face. Can't even see your face. There you go. Now we
I'm
can
not
see
using
him.
my phone. I'm on my laptop.
But no, it's good. But no, I'm excited to come back and I don't know, do something different. But I don't know. I watched the whole back rack, not last week, but the week before, when you guys were talking about all the crap that's happening, and you know, it's just, you know, and then last week's a new thing, and I'm excited to see tomorrow the you know, the pin hat guy, what he has to say about everything going on, and it's just getting ridiculous. Like,
It is. I was on the phone with my work wife counterpart.
yeah,
It's like, what are we doing? Do we even want to be here in this space doing it? It's like, so we love our podcast. We love showing up and doing
100%.
that. That part, like, is easy, but all the drama behind the scenes and all the like the shit that's happened that you said at the beginning when I popped in, you know, that all the drama in the hobby and all the bickering back and forth and the he said, she said, they said.
And we're dividing ourselves
Yeah.
more by doing this. It's almost like the more we're talking about it, the more we're trying to divide each other. And I
Yeah.
get it, because some of the shit is not tolerable. We can't tolerate it. You know, but we're also segregating ourselves and making people choose sides. I don't agree. You know, the silence is acceptance. I agree to a point. You know, there's a lot of people that just, you know, we cannot say nothing, but we can't keep fucking like, it shouldn't be the only thing we're talking about now. You know, it's just
Right.
it's a shitty position we're all in. I would I don't know. I went on a podcast the way I am. I don't, I don't edit any of my shit. And I'm a pretty, I just get let loose. And if a guy like me that can go on for a year and do, I don't know, 60, 70, 80 podcasts and speak about how I feel, what my beliefs are, and not offend anybody, and not like, everyone should be able to do that or like have control over stuff. And if you don't have anything good to fucking say, don't say it. I mean, it's like no one's perfect. I don't know. It's just, I don't think there's ever been a podcast where the next fucking 2 weeks, everybody that's been on it has talked about what my guest said or what I did. It's crazy. Like, when I do a podcast, it's to inform people, inspire people, connect people, answer questions, help people. And it just seems like now these podcasts are like, oh, someone did something bad. Guess what? Let's do a podcast and talk about that person. And everyone's looking, it's like, I will never have a podcast about, oh my God, did you hear what Jana said on the podcast? Let's keep doing. I want my content to come from my heart or shit that's going to benefit you. Me talking about MJ or Sean or fucking Pete or whatever else is going on at the fucking time. Guess what? We heard it. We don't need to talk about it anymore. I do believe and I think Shane had the best space because, I was offended with a lot of the stuff with what they said, the 905. And so I could have went on and like, hey, my podcast tonight is about this, but it didn't involve me. I don't need to have content about bullshit that had nothing to do with me. Yeah. But when Shane actually called me on New Year's Day, and I was actually having brunch, and he said, hey man, I got something I want to throw by you. It's bugging the shit out of me. And I just said, hey dude, you're going to have people love you and you're going to have people hate you. But you know what? Do what you need to do for you. Because the way you're feeling, I get it. And at the time, I didn't even know how bad it was until I saw it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wouldn't even have made the phone call, Billy. I would have just fucking I was like, wow. But Shane had the right to do that because, wow. And what it was all over and why it got even brought up, it's just, So I agree with what he did and how that movement went. This last thing, I mean, it sucks. I had a podcast or a live stream on my Patreon that same night. I was on for the first 45 minutes, and I'm like, I can't believe Pete Cal's on here. Big fan, here to support. I get off doing a live. The next day, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, Jesus, But here's someone that I grew up with, like you guys. Not many of you guys know me personally. You just see what you see, what I produce, what I show. No one knows me, but when they see me, they're like, "Oh fuck, you're just the same off of camera like on camera." What you see is what you get in real life or not. I don't put cameras on. I gotta act different. Fuck no. If anything, I think I might even hold myself back a little when the camera's on. If anything, but I'm just like this and then some. But when I started, he was the GOAT, the legend, Pete Cal, Ralph Davis, the Sutherlands. The Bells, those were fucking like our idols. And I've never met Pete. I've never met any of my idols. Actually, I did think I did run into the Sutherlands when I did a Tinley show. I might have. They were vending, but it's not like I shook their hand. I was a nobody back then. But, never met the man. I know of him. Who doesn't know of him? The Piebald, the Cowline albinos, like, wow. And I'm like, wow. I'm glad I didn't stay on. I'm glad I had a live stream for my Patreon because I saw it after the fact. If I actually I think I would have been more devastated than I am now. Like, wow. Like, here's somebody that's like, oh my God. Like, one of the reasons I got into ball pythons was because of the piebald, because of you. And wow. And whoa. Not needed. If those are your views and you are racist and you're you should have enough sense as a human being to keep that to your shit to yourself. you know,
Yeah.
not to go on you know what I mean? Like, on a, like, I can't believe we're in 2023 and this shit's still here. Like,
Yeah, it's tragic because
it's
I
fucking
feel like,
insane.
yeah, I feel like Sean has like this goal of capturing the history of the industry, you know, and getting these interviews that nobody's ever gotten, and you know, like kind of like when your grandparents get old and you ask them all their like war stories and stuff, and you record them and keep them for posterity. I feel like that's kind of what he's trying to do, and like just that whole opportunity for people to hear something from their heroes, it's just tainted and ruined because not Sean, but Pete Carl couldn't curtail
Crazy.
himself and be
I
respectful.
couldn't have. Like I said, but here's the thing: I never knew him like that, and then other people are like, oh, of course, that's how he is, or you know, like I didn't know. You know what I mean? It's not like he's on social media and I know his behavior. You know, it's not like it's like, oh yeah, that's how Pete is. Well, how the fuck I've never seen him on a live in fucking 20 years or 15 years. How are we supposed to know? And it's horrible. You know, and the thing is I'm fucking white. And you know, I know it's fucking disgusting and it makes me feel like shit to even hear it. But if that's how it made me feel, I could only imagine the people that really affected. You know what I mean? Like it's just like,
Right.
I can't fucking. It's
so
2023 people.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, you know, this wasn't even tolerable back in the fucking 30s and 40s, but it happened. It was there. You know what I mean? 40, 50, 60, 80 years later, and we still have to deal with this kind of shit. It's unbelievable. You know, and especially to go on a platform. You know, if I'm a racist piece of shit, I'm not going to go on a platform and expose it. You know, I know hey, like, you know, hey, I better, you know, hold, you know, like, wow. It's just, you know, like what people say, you know what, true colors come out. And I don't know. I mean, it's just gross. But I mean, you know, it's just, I don't want to ever put out content. Like, I don't want, you know, my channel, my content to be, oh, here's the shit and the gossip that's going on. Let's talk about it on my fucking Monday. No, I'll talk about it briefly. Boom, move on. I mean, you know, I just want to talk about cool
that's
shit.
what we did. We said we're going to address it at the end. We don't want people talking about it in the chat.
But
you know,
you were also allowed to talk about it because you were directly involved. Yeah. And I believe that. You know, that's what's great. I think Shane, when he did it, was the right person. And I love Shane, man. The way he did it, wow. You know, and here's Shane. Shane messaged me on fucking New Year's Day and said, hey, dude, I got something. I know I can talk to you about it. It's bugging me. It's eating at me. And I said, hey, you know, and I didn't know what he was talking. I just heard he's like, yeah, there was some shit was said about me. And then, you know, I just gave him advice. I'm like, you're going to have people that are going to hate you and this. But you know what? Fuck what the people are. When I do something on camera, I do it because I want to do it. Not because I'm trying to get followers or I'm trying to do something to make people like me or change views of me. I do it because I want to do it. Okay? And I said, if it's going to make you feel better, then do it. And then he came out and said, yes, I'm going to do it. Showed me what he originally wanted to post as the what do you call it?
The thumbnail?
The thumbnail with the clickbait. And I'm just like, oh, no, dude, that one's good. But no, be more professional. And he changed it, you know. But then when I saw the video and what was said, I'm like, dude, holy fuck. If I saw this before, I would have been fucking driving over and helping you fucking film it. Like,
it was
oh my
so
God,
professional. Like, it was so like, here are the facts. Here's how I feel about it. Here's where I stand. Yeah. And that was it. There was no
and he was in the right place to talk about it. Same with you. You know, oh, hi, I'm in it. I'm going to talk about it. No, Billy, he never said anything about you. You know, why are you doing it? Oh, because you're trying to get videos and views. You know what? I don't care. I don't want to talk about it. Let's move on. Let's be positive. And I even like the way you guys did it at the end. And you had the right because it was directly affecting you. Like, you know, but, you know, guess what? I don't have the noise anymore. I don't know what's going on because I turn it off. You know, same thing like Shane said. Turn it off. And I think that's what's great about it. we don't have to listen to. We don't have to be one of the flies, flying around the shit. I don't need that. Turn it off, move away. I want to get and watch stuff and stuff that is enjoyable. When I go in and I watch someone's live stream, whether it's a big breeder or someone just doing it and four viewers, and I'm one of them. Oh my God, Billy, and they, it's interesting to some point, but then at some point when I'm bored, I'm not obligated to stick. Hey guys, I got to go. And usually I have a phone call or I got to do something. It's not like I have a whole night of doing nothing. Even tonight I don't. I have other shit to do, but hey, you know what? I'm here. And this is productive for the future. So it's not like I'm totally wasting fucking time here. Poor Patrick.
Well, you said you were going to go in 10 minutes, 30 minutes
I know,
ago.
you know how it is. And that's why, like, from now on, when I do the hour to 2 hours, I'm gonna have like someone come and
you should just program your computer to shut down on you at the time.
Yeah. But no, I mean, it's good. I mean, it's awesome to see the amount of people and talk about stuff. And, everything I say is my opinion. I believe in it. I say and I mean what I say. And I'm allowed to say it and think that and feel it. But, if there's something that is going to harm another individual, besides maybe their feelings, like, hey, I don't like sunset. Sorry, I don't, but that's the truth. Whether it hurts your feelings or not, I'm not trying to say something to hurt your feelings. But to come out and do some of the stuff and be so hatred and call people out and threaten people, and it's not fucking proper. It should not be welcomed.
Okay.
We need to address it. But I don't want this, like, I'll leave social media I don't need social media. You know what I mean?
What?
Social media should be a tool for us to learn, to grow, to unite, to network, to bond, to
community.
To help,
Yeah.
be a community. And you know what? I don't need it. My business is going to thrive with or without fucking, this. And most of my time does not go into this. It goes into other things. And then when I have extra time, it goes into this, because this is not important as the other thing. My animals, my business, my Patreon, my friendships, my help, my health, my growth, me wanting to learn. I don't have time to stew in the shit. And people got to learn to do that. This isn't something that you need to do. This is the last thing you need to do. Get everything else ready. And then when you have time, go into this. And people just don't get it. They got their fucking priorities wrong. And, Patrick's seen me and known me for years. I'm the same person. I preach the same shit. I mean well for everybody. There's people that I don't like and I hate, and I still want them to do well, because one less person but
that's what we should all be coming from, is like, you don't have to accept someone's bad behavior. But just because you don't accept their bad behavior does not mean that you're trying to tear that person down. It's just the behavior that's upsetting.
Change the person, right?
And we can still encourage and support that person. Or if it's not something you can encourage and support, like if you can't come at it with a calm or professional energy, then like you said, turn it off, walk away. But it's okay to not like what someone's doing, but also not be disrespectful to them.
That's the thing, man. Like, if you're a blatant racist or you're homophobic, you know what? You are allowed to have those views, whether I believe it or not, because that is, I don't know how someone's mindset gets around that. The way they grew up, I don't know. I don't know all the reasonings or stuff that makes a person that way. It's probably the way they were brought up or who they were around, No idea. I can't understand but if they're like that, they should not be going on and I don't get it. Like, I don't know the mindset behind it. I can't even fathom it. I don't even really want to know the reason behind, because it's just like, I turn it off. Like Shane said, turn it off. But we also got to know if there's other motherfuckers out there that are homophobic and racist and other, they should not have a voice. And if they go on and do it, there's going to be backlash and cancel culture and all this other, whatever the fuck you want to call it, because it should not be allowed. And, imagine they got away with that. Next person coming on, and this and that. Jew this, Jew that, like, what the fuck? Homo this, homo that, or whatever the bad word of the fucking week is. That's not fucking acceptable. If you have those views, you're allowed to have them. I don't agree with it, and I would hope many of the world and the people in it don't agree with them. But that small, they have a right to their own thoughts. Who knows why they have them? But just don't fucking share them with the rest of us. I don't need to fucking hear it. Don't jam that shit down my throat. Just like religion and politics, and it's fucking horrible. But if we let it slide, guess what? Like, when I saw it later, I'm just like, fucking what? Imagine the people that offended. I've got so many amazing, African American, Black people, whatever the proper name. I mean, Antoine, I talk to all the time. My best friend in the world, I hardly see him, is Black. I grew up like that. We're Canadian. We're so multicultural. It's crazy. And I can't see why it's so, like, I can't fathom it. It's crazy. And if that offended me, imagine how it offended them. I hurt for them too, man, because it's like, wow. And then Antoine,
I hurt for them. I'm embarrassed by our communities, like how
it's
that
so
even
embarrassing.
happened.
And this is a legend. Like, it's even more embarrassing. Like, and new people going into the hobby, it's like, well, if this is the fucking the forefathers of this industry, I'm fucking ready to bail too. So I'll walk you out too. It's horrible.
Yeah. They did a live. Some members of the
I saw it. Keys.
They did a live addressing it. Antoine.
I watched a bit of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really amazing.
Man.
And I feel like they were so professional and so kind and so like, listen, here's what it is. I feel like it was in that same spirit of Shane's video.
Yeah, it was.
And they basically were like, we want respect for all. Like, this is about racism today.
They could have went off and still
they could have went off, and they just said, we want everyone to respect.
They could have done whatever the way they did, went off the handle, and I'd still be there for them because, wow. But like you said, the way they handled it and stuff, and Antoine's fucking has always been an amazing member of the community. He's always been there. He's always supported people, always helped out. Shit, like, Antoine's fucking awesome. And so many of the other guys, and just horrible.
Fun of me, Billy. And that I'm not saying.
Say that again.
You guys can hear me, though.
Yep.
You're cutting out a lot.
Everybody's making fun of me, and what do you think? Why aren't you saying anything?
Yeah, speak up, Patrick.
The big thing is,
the two white people are talking. We should just shut up.
Well, he's a minority, right? Asian, my man.
They're one of the most least minority right now in this way going on. There's a lot of. It's not a surprise that racism exists, but to do it in a publicly platform, and
it's crazy.
If you own that platform, I know those kind of people exist. Everyone for the way they are. Me with that kind of ignorance should be. It's 2023. You should know that those kind of acceptable.
Well, it was horrible, and now it's worse. You're really breaking up.
Yeah.
But we got the point. Like, it is. It's. I can't believe it's 2023 and people are going to go on a social platform where the world can watch and expose their true colors. I mean, I'm glad, because we now know. But I don't want to find out anymore. I don't want to hear it. And I'm sure. It's like, when you always hear, if you don't have anything good to say, don't say it. I get it. But another thing, too, is you should be able to voice your opinion, but you also got to watch who you're affecting with your opinion, and I don't know. It's just gross time. And like I said, social media is just horrible. I would love to say that that's the last time it's going to happen. I fucking doubt it, unfortunately. That's just the world we live in. But I think, everybody should look, listen, make an opinion, turn it off or leave it on. Don't keep spewing in it. If I'm sinking in quicksand, I'm either going to fucking die and drown or I'm going to get the fuck out. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, I don't know if I want to drown or if I want to get out yet. You make a fucking decision and choose the fucking thing. Nice and simple. You
Yep.
don't sit there and go, I'm not sure yet. Let me give me a couple days. No, get the fuck down or get the fuck out. Simple. Turn it off
And
or leave it on.
answer, right?
Pick a side
We all
and
know
live with
that
it.
that's not the
But it's just fucking shitty. But you know, I do think it needs to be addressed. I do like the way it was made aware. I don't want to see this on my feed for the next month and people picking sides. If you don't say anything, you're you know, I don't think people should be forced. Some people are quiet. Some people have anxiety. Some people, you know, don't want to. I mean, there's people that are in my chats and don't speak. Oh, I listened to you. Oh, how come you didn't say anything? Oh, I just don't like, you know, you can't blame those type of people, you know. Some people like to get their fucking nose right into the thing. Some people like to stay far back. You can't fault either of them. But it needs to be aware. And, you know, people need to know that we're not going to tolerate this type of shit from bullying, from, you know, any type of this garbage. It's fucking horrible. And, you know, I hope that when I do come back, I can put a little bit of a, you know, a spin on it. I'll have a rant or two, you know, or three, you know me, like you never know. You know, sometimes I rant about the rant I just do. Fuck, you don't know. But, you know, I don't know. I don't want to be talking about, you know, I don't want my content to come from other people's negative shit and then just keep talking about it and keep swimming in the shit. Just done, even though that's what we're doing right now, right? Swimming in the shit, swimming.
We're in
I'm
the
a fly.
sand, just hanging out. Like even on Antoine's live, they said that. They said, we're saying our piece. Let's all move forward respectfully and do better. We don't have to keep hashing it out. We don't have to keep bickering over it. They're like, they just did such a wonderful job of, not that it is their job, but they did it anyway, of letting us know where they stood, what they wanted, what they needed, and then being respectful and kind, and also saying like, let's all move on, okay? Like this was shit.
Yeah.
It's unacceptable. It sucks, but let's all move forward and respect each other, no matter.
But that's also the state of mind, the class. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, it's just, you know, it just shows the type of people they are. You know, phenomenal. Those are the type of people you want to get to know, you want to be friends with, you want to associate with, and that's the thing. It's awesome. You know, there's so many women coming in our industry, so many, you know, multicultural people getting in this industry. You know, here in Canada, you know, it's so different. I mean, you know, I think, you know, I think our country's called the multicultural, you know, country of the world, because we have every race, ethnicity, and it's crazy. And you wouldn't believe it. I just did an expo. You know, it's not just all white people. You know, it's everybody, professionals. You know, people that are tattooed up, and you know, it ranges from ethnicity, color, size, religion. It's just, you know, sexual preference. It's just so vast. And you know what? It's acceptance. You know, to go on there and say, oh, I don't like this, or you people this. It's like, oh my God. Like, if that's your opinion, cool. No one wants to fucking hear it. Keep that shit to yourself. You know, and like Patrick was saying,
right.
How do you go on nowadays on a social platform and like, wow, it's like,
It's a damn
it's
shame.
sad. Yeah, it is.
This is really sad.
You know,
More
and some
than
people,
anything, man.
it's just like, it's just crazy how the world we live in today, it's still around. Like it's, you know, it is.
Yeah, I mean, even
insane.
if you're raised with that, you have the ability to educate yourself. You have the ability to decide if what you're doing
Yes.
within yourself feels morally right or wrong. And I don't know. I feel like that I was raised that way is not a viable excuse for your behavior.
Yeah. And I mean, even still, even without the racist garbage bullshit that should not even have been fucking there, you know, the bullying, you know, from the other end. When I heard like the conversations to 905, I was just like, what the fuck? Like, wow. And then the Shane at the Kayla. I'm just going, wow. You know what? Obviously,
Just one.
it's going to get worse
Yeah,
and
like-
repeat and keep going. you gotta fucking, put a sign up saying stop here, and let that person choose if he wants to keep going or if he wants to, fix it and change. But if we didn't look at the Chris, to you, to this, to that, to the other 500 people, or however, I don't know, it's just hearsay. But it wasn't 2 incidents, it wasn't 3, it wasn't 5, it was many. And at least now, hopefully it doesn't keep going. It actually gets better. Changes are made. Amazing.
And that's what we want. That's what we want. We don't want to tear him down. We want him to have his platform and to use his voice in a positive way. Like that's all we want.
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know. It's just crazy. Social media is such an incredible tool, and it's also fucking horrible. And like
responsibility is something that you have to know. Is I know everybody can create a YouTube, start a podcast. That's something wrong, but you also have to have abilities. As you go on public or say certain things, right? You should be aware of. You can't just say anything on YouTube. That's not thinking.
Yeah, and if you do, be prepared. If you're gonna say something that is gonna affect many people and hateful and despicable and stuff, like, it's like, you walk into something and do something wrong, you're gonna get reprimanded. Same sort of shit. And if you are that type of a person, you shouldn't even be on social media if you can't control yourself.
I used to be wild when I was young, man, and I on a recorded live offline, right? If you don't love something, you definitely don't want to do it on audio and video live, right? That's probably to go about it. So
yeah. But I mean, not everybody can do the same thing. I mean, it's I don't know. We're always going to have problems in the world. Nothing's ever going to get fixed. We can want and push towards the right things and slowly, but
and in my opinion, everybody thinks wrong if people care, if people give you feedback, right? So in a way, for the whole community, and again, they are right at the end of the day.
You're so choppy, my man.
So
this I don't like Restream. I'm gonna have to, be Chris's friend now and join StreamYard. Be like everyone else. Now I know why everyone's on StreamYard.
Yeah, this is hot garbage.
Really wants to be different. Fucking idiot. But no, I mean, Joe from Empire States. What's good, my man? But yeah, no, I mean, we'll bring this back.
Yeah,
I'm gonna probably
let's talk about something.
StreamYard, try something. You use StreamYard, right, Jana?
It's amazing. Yeah. I love it.
I'm gonna have to do that like everyone else and get off this. And so Lindsay asks from Pico Pythons, "Hey Pat, are you in a McDonald's Wi-Fi?" You're cutting out. I don't think. I think it's StreamYard. I mean, Restream. So, but we'll definitely get this on. We'll do another one with Austin, all hooked up, plugged in. Everything. Mic's good. Obviously, Restream I've used many times as being on as a guest. Never had an issue. Everyone else seems to like it. So I just saw this and it's like, oh, it does this and it has all these. Like, oh, it looks good. No, I even paid for this. Didn't even. This is a paid one. This is a monthly subscription.
Keep feeling it out, but
this isn't like the free one. This is a paid one. And so, yeah, no, if this is the paid one, I'm definitely bouncing. Like,
pay for the StreamYard. It's worth it.
100%. But I'm glad. I mean, there's, people have been dropping off, but there's still 65 crazy, loving, amazing people. Either they're really bored or they just, have lots of love, man. Like,
Yeah. Well, I was using you as the background for my statistics homework.
awesome. But yeah, we'll definitely bringing it back. Gonna do things differently. I want to do a new setup, or if I don't like the new setup, we'll just go to the old one. It worked fine. But yeah, it's like, there's so many good podcasts out there where you can learn. And if I'm telling people, if you go to the drama and get messed up in it and just keep it, if that's what's fueling you, or like, wow, it is interesting, right? But at the same time, too, you get no knowledge, no wealth, it doesn't move you or advance you. It actually, I think, if it doesn't
It's
even,
exhausting.
yeah, but if it doesn't even keep you grounded, it actually, I think it brings you further back. Like, I want to, educate myself in learning or finding something, or even if I pop in and I'm learning something, or if it's nothing that I need to know, or I get bored, I turn off. I'm not going to sit there and keep going just because I have to. Like, you want to put your resources and your time into your animals, into expanding your knowledge or your experience, or communicating with someone, helping someone, learning from someone, something. You really gotta.
Yeah.
People, no, it's only an hour. It's only, yeah, but it's an hour you're never gonna get back. And then try to put that time now, after you've wasted that hour, into something that you should have been doing. Oh no, I'll do it. No, you put it off. I know, because I've done that for many, many, many years. And I just hope that people. I know that it's being addressed, so I don't mind people bringing it up. But I don't think people should have. Oh, someone made a mistake. Tomorrow night on my live, this is what we're talking about. Like, you shouldn't be fucking getting your content from the shit that's already out there. If you want fucking to watch the shit and the drama, just go rewatch the shit over and over. Let's not keep fucking spitting it out. And, like, honestly, I mean, that's my opinion. And I know I turn it off. I move away from it. I see a few of it, and okay, I've seen 4 or 5 threads. I don't need any more, because I'm going to see 20 more. Put the phone down. Work on snakes, because I guarantee if it's going like that already, when I come back 5 hours later, I can still see some more if I really, really want to.
Yeah, not going anywhere.
It ain't going anywhere. And to us to keep respewing it and chewing it up and spitting it out a different way, so someone else can chew it up and spit it out a different way. But
I'd much rather bore you all with the regurgitating ball python tips.
100%. But I mean, it's a mindset, right? Like, and the thing is, I've seen it for so many years, where someone will have something incredible and they get 5 comments. Someone does something shitty, or, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. And there's drama of some sort, shipping, an animal with mites, 500 fucking comments. Why are we fucking commenting and stewing in the drama shit when someone just had their first clutch and wow, and there's 5 fucking comments? How is that lifting up the community? Here's somebody that had something incredible that we should be praising, but yet everyone's here fucking, playing in the shit. It makes no sense. I get it. We're human. We're attracted to that, but we got to change our mindset, especially if you want to move ahead, advance, grow. You need to know, okay, enough's enough, move on. Get your foot wet, stick your toe in the poop. Don't jump in and start fucking lathering up and backstroking in it. Like, enough, people. Like, get your fucking head in the right way. And we're all guilty of it. Like, it's just, but when I go, I'm like, look at the fucking holy shit. This person did this. Nobody's doing it. Look at this shit. And other people, I heard from this person, who heard from this person, who heard from this person. Like, wow, like 5, like, that's not admissible. Fuck off. Like, why even post that shit? I heard from a friend through another friend, from a cousin, from a friend, that they did this. Like, shut the fuck up. Don't even fucking, like, ugh.
Yeah, don't care.
Everyone wants to get involved, play in the shit, do some backstrokes. Here's the fucking, what is this called? I don't know. It's the fucking swan.
I don't know what that
is. I don't know. Jump, stay out of the shit, Fuck.
For us Pythons, Kevin says he misses your achievement Mondays.
Oh, yeah. So achievements of the week.
So many.
Yeah, I mean, I want to do something like that, but I want to keep it short and sweet. And the problem with that is I had somebody that was, because we really are busy. And for me to get content, to try to look around on YouTube to see, and, and like, you know, everyone knows me, like the stickers and the shout outs, and I mean, the Mail Mondays, the pick of the week. I'm all about promoting the industry, people, inspiring, lifting up, I mean, just like that, not playing in the shit, doing something different. And, it's hard because, oh, just pick something. Then there's 5 people that need it. And I miss one. And, oh, why didn't he pick me? And then that's why I had somebody go and do that and organize that. I
Right.
don't anymore. And I
Well,
don't have
if
the
people are missing it, then why don't we all post randomly? Like, put your
or
achievements
something.
in the comments.
Yeah. And that's something I can do to make the live better. It's like, hey, okay, let's bring this back. This is what we need to do. And,
Well, yeah, like it shouldn't be on you. Like, you should just encourage us to comment on each other's posts about what we've achieved, or
something. Yeah.
or something like that. Like, you shouldn't have to hunt and gather around when you're as busy as you are. We should just or you. I mean, honestly, no one's here for me, but we should just encourage people to, if you miss it on Mondays, put up a post on Monday and say, shout out your achievement for this year or this month or whatever, and just that can make the positivity roll even more.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing is if anybody looks at what I've done year after year, and says that oh, he doesn't, man, like, I'm as real as it is. I tell you how it is. And if you can't see that and how consistent I've been for 10, 15 years, I was doing shit for Patreon before I had a Patreon, and one of the reasons why I had to is because, it's like, holy shit, I'm not getting anything done, but I'm helping everyone else. Like, I had to do this, and people wasting my time, and and like I said, if you join a platform like Patreon, it's good. If you don't, if you watch my lives and you learn, good. If you watch my YouTubes and you learn, good. If not, there's other people you can learn from. Later, Patrick. Bye. But
yeah, well, I mean, I know that you do a lot of specialized or individual intensive attention for people trying to build their collections or improve their collections and their businesses, but you have a lot of free content out there that you say what someone should do. I know that I've taken that and applied what I want to, you take in what you want and you just leave the rest. I mean, you don't have to make a big deal about it, but it's like, if someone couldn't afford your Patreon or couldn't do that, or
there's other ways out there.
It's still out there. That information.
Yeah, and the thing is that's what I mean. Like, somebody, so I have some people going, oh, I really want to join your top tier. And I'm like, you're not ready for it. Join this tier, this tier. It's going to be there. You can move up and grow. You're not going to have a mutation creation facility today, but you could in 5 years if you know how to do it and work towards it. Baby steps.
Yeah.
And the thing is like, there's people that I help all the time, and they're like, oh, if I don't, if you're not on his Patreon, he won't help you. Really? I mean, I think I had a Patreon when you bought your first snakes. Okay.
Yeah, you freaking shipped my snakes that I bought from somebody else, and it was this huge drama.
And I got them. Remember, I got them from another person.
Yeah.
And I fed them until I could ship, and got them
for 3 months or something.
Yeah, and then I shipped them to you.
Yep.
You weren't part of my Patreon. I don't even know if I had a Patreon then. You weren't a part.
Well, you didn't know me from Adam. I'd never bought anything.
I never knew you didn't have a podcast. I mean, you were brand new. I don't even think you had an Instagram.
I had an Instagram, but it was little, 200
but
followers.
I mean, that's the thing. Yeah. If I can do things for people, I do. And you know what? And people know, because I mean, even Don earlier, he was on. He's like, holy moly, he helped me and did all this stuff way before Patreon started. And that's the thing. I know what I do works because I've seen it. I know if people listen and listen to other people, see what they like, what works for them, see how their snakes react and what works, and modify stuff and constantly change and grow, they're going to do well. But if you don't put the time in, you don't keep educating yourself, you don't learn. And, everybody thinks that this is easy and they can just do it, then try. I've been there with nothing and it sucks. If you don't feel like you want to pay to learn, don't. You don't see me putting guns to people's head or forcing you to join. I just want with people that I do give them. And that's why, I'm trying to change it up and add more stuff. I want them to see, and bottom line is I want them to learn and do well. And, some people do, and some people take a good advantage and utilize the benefits. And, one or two conversations are like, oh my God, I can't believe, look what happened because of that conversation. Great. Some people can see it. And just like the mindset, not everybody's going to have a mindset. Every individual is different.
But I think if we can get everybody to refocus on that, to refocus on like building our own businesses and what we're going to be doing to weather the recession, or how we're going to not be one of the people who is lost to getting out during the recession. Like, what strategies are we going to do? What, reading plans are we going to change because this is the current economic situation, and it's going to be there for just, a year or two, and then it's going to get back. Like, this is the normal flow of the industry. And it's like, we need to be talking about that kind of crap, or like, how can we best support each other or motivate people who are on the fence of getting out because they feel like it's rough right now. Like, that should be where our focus is, not on the
well, what we can definitely use,
like the big things that just happened, like those, like, I felt like it was important that those were brought up and that it was said, like, this is not okay. Like, I absolutely support that. But I think all the other dramas and all the other like nitpicking, instead of all of us like fighting each other, I think it was Chris Eaton who said on his podcast, what do you think about all these hippies that are like, I love you, let's sticker swap, like, he's like, just wait, because before the last 5 years, the hobby was like, I'd stab your mother for a $10 sale or something. I'm misquoting him terribly, but it was on his last episode. And it's true. Like, I think that's what we're seeing, is just like a lot of people are stressed or worried about their businesses. And rather than us trying to build each other up, like, and encourage each other with positivity, I feel like it's just like we're picking at each other. And that's
and it's the worst time for all this to happen because of the state of mind we're already in, and what we're feeling, and and that's the thing. This is my third recession, and I've gone through a pandemic, and I'm growing. I'm doing, but I'm also, there's the higher end stuff sells. I've put myself in a position where, I'm pretty decent. I could have been more prepared, but guess what? Now, if this ever happens again,
you're prepared.
What I've learned from the third time, and how I'm adjusting now, and how I'm changing over the next 2 to 3 years, this won't faze me if it happens again. I'm learning even from this to do this. Most of my pairings are still top notch. And I love to produce, and I'm not stopping because it's like, I'm going to do it, and I can deal with it because I've got the space, I've got the staff. I can do it, even though I'm not like, oh my God, I've just made 1,000 animals and no one's buying anything. Like, no one. Oh my God. I don't think that'll happen, especially with the majority of stuff I'm producing. There's still people out there that are going to keep doing this and grow because we love it. 26, 27 years, I've seen a lot. I've seen people come and go. I've got the passion. I've got the want, the desire. I love doing this. And,
I don't know if you have a subjects or whatever picked for your podcast once you get everything set up. Or your lives. I'm not sure. You call them a podcast, right?
I call them a podcast, even though it's a live, because I'm going to actually start putting them on where, people can listen to them on Spotify and other stuff. I got to learn how to do that.
If you don't have subjects, I know that a lot of us would love to hear about your previous recession experiences and like what it looked like and how you weathered it.
I don't really remember. All I know
you don't remember. Okay.
I remember that they were there. But all I remember is I kept producing, growing, holding stuff back. So for me, I've always, because before, this wasn't my full-time job. This is my full-time job. This is my only income. Now I've got other things like properties, Husbandry Pro, the wrap facility, the coconut husk. I'm expanding into different areas. But before, it was like, just keep doing it. Okay, worst case scenario is I'd have to, buy more rats, feed them longer. But the odd person would say, hey, and this was before I could even ship to the US. So it was in the Canadian market. So the market was growing. So if you had stuff, and I had like lavenders, one of many few people that had lavenders. So I would hold stuff back and sell the stuff off that no one else had because they couldn't go and look on Morph Market, which wasn't around, and see, holy shit, I can get them from 40 other people. So, even though Morph Market's here and stuff, and the worldwide, the world is wide open to buy from, it also hurts because if you're in a smaller industry and you need a lavender, and I'm one of two people that have one, you got to choose. Where now you go in lavender and there's fucking lavenders that should be $1,000 and some are $700, $800, $900, and there's some that are $200. Like, what the fuck? How do I say no to that? Like, it's a different time. That recession is different than this recession. Morph Market, if you notice, back in the day, Morph Market really, if Morph Market never came to be, I think we would never be where we are now. Or the last 5-6 years would not have been happening with the growth and it basically was a portal to connect people, to sale. It was just phenomenal. Where before that, we were just shows,
It was literally a Rolodex before, and you had to have the people in your Rolodex or you were effed and you weren't going to succeed, and you had to know all the right people and all the right names, and you had to go down your phone tree or whatever. And now we just have the luxury. I haven't been in the industry very long, but I just have the luxury of like, I get to pick whichever one I want. I can pick on price. I can pick on looks. I can pick on, oh, I like this person or what they're doing. We just have so much network and infrastructure just from Morph Market, but it's grown beyond Morph Market too, I think.
Yeah. I mean, look how many people go to Venn shows now and go to buy from shows. Look at Tinley and some of these big shows like Pomona, Arlington, even Daytona. People are going and buying higher end animals because they know the person, they live through them. Before social media, you walk up to a guy at a table and it's like, that's all you saw was his first appearance and what's on his table, So, I don't know. I mean, it's come a long way, but it was different. To me, even when I failed for 5-6 years, I wanted this. I loved them. They were so cool. I had more, kept buying them, even though I wasn't doing anything with them except feeding them, cleaning up their shit, learning about them, and it was struggle. And, it's like, okay, next year, why aren't they doing this? And, when I started getting some momentum, I invested in myself. I called up 2009. It was either 2008 or 2009. Dave Green sold me a spider lavender breeder male for $15,000 US. And I put him to all my het labs and my possible het labs. And I'm hitting like 7 out of 9 labs per clutch. Like, wow, visual, spider this. And I end up selling those and making like, I don't know, 80,000, 90 grand and holding some stuff back. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
The following year, I spent 21.5 in 2010 on the pastel crystal and the 10 grand on an ultrasound. And that male, in the first 2 years, I did $250,000 in sales.
That's
and then
crazy.
From there, how much for a bumblebee banana male? 35 grand. How much for a female banana? 12. Do 45. I'll take them both. Like, and just kept going. And now look at me. It's fucking crazy, And I know when to buy, when to build your projects. If you're buying a $35,000 male and have one female to breed it to, don't buy that male.
Like, you're wasting your money. Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to take you 2-3 years to break even. And what happens if she doesn't or lays slugs? You got a fucking high-end male doing that. Like, you got to know what you're doing. And, that's one thing I'm going to do, I think, this year with my Patreon. Here's what I paid for these animals. This is what I did, because I spend $20,000-$30,000 on a male, and I make $100,000 to $200,000 the first year breeding because I've got the right fucking females. But that also cost about those females that I've raised,
Well, there's your next feature on Husbandry Pro, where you can track what you make from a male. Like, this is what he costs, and these are the.
We're working on even something even better. So, breeding plans, right? How many times has someone said, "Hey, what would you pair?" I get it all the times in my Q&As on Patreon. I've got this male and this male. What's the better to put to this female? So what we're doing, so when you are in Husbandry Pro and you go to your breeding records, when you have the male and the female, you just hover over the female and it'll give you the genetics, you just hover. Like, how you hover over the follicle size, it'll give you the date, or the pairing tells you the date you paired. Now you just hover over that pairing and it'll bring up the genetic outcome.
Oh, like the whole thing? Like what's possible?
Possible, yeah, from the pairing.
That's awesome.
Now, how about this? How about we're working on this too? Robert's idea. I'm like, fucking incredible. Breeding planner. So now you can go to another page on breeding planner, open it up, put the 2 males and say 3 different females. It'll give you every genetic this is all pieds. This I get 50% pieds, but they're also het lab. It'll give you, and then you can see right there, instead of going to Morph Market, typing in 1, typing in 2, writing everything, typing
How many
in another
hours
one.
will we all spend?
Yeah, now you just basically put in 2 males and 3 females, and it'll give you all the genetic outcomes, and you can see right there on the page, holy fuck, this is a better pairing. I get more of this, or shit, 1 in 64. It'd be nice, but I'd rather go with the 1 in 16s. I get to hit 3 of them, So we're moving it so that newer people, even myself, can look and say, oh shit, oh fuck, there's fire in this. Oh, I'm gonna get fucking things, or Mojave and lesser. Oh shit, it's a bell. It'll show you that right there instead of pairing and go, oh fuck, I forgot. I've done that so many times with all the pairings. Oh, it's a powerhouse, 6 gene fucking pied. I'm gonna put that to the 4 gene clown. Oh fuck, one has bell, one has fire. I mean, lesser, one has Mojave. Motherfucker, no! Open the tab, motherfucker's already
one
locked.
Had cinnamon, and one had black pastel, and I was trying to make het kikis, and I just like, because they were both multi-genes, and I wasn't thinking about it, and then I was like, well, that's crap.
So we're doing that now. Like right now, it's still in beta. But if you go and you put like cinnamon, it'll show you. It'll give you a thing saying this will cause blah blah blah, spider to spider. Yeah, I mean, our genetic calculator is almost like what MorphMarket's doing, but we're going to take it to another level too. Ours, I don't even know if I can screen share, but I do it on my Patreon. We can actually go, and it'll actually give you the outcome, the Punnett square, and the chart. And you can decide if you want to see the Punnett square or not. So when you do our genetic calculator, it'll also show you the Punnett square if you want to see it, and how the calculations are. Because back in the day, because when he did that, that's how we do that, through Punnett square. And I'm like, dude, I haven't seen these. That's before social media, before we actually had to do these. So I'm like, dude, this is so fucking, like, people are like, oh, you put this in. Well, I don't know how they got it. That's what they say. Well, we're going to show you on the Punnett square how it is, and the legend, and what everything means, and the big A and the small A and the double A's for supers, and you're going to see that.
Put the science back into it.
Put the science back in. So now that's an option. Right. You can see it or you don't. You just do it, and it'll give you the normal genetic calculator with the things. If there's anything wrong, it'll have a thing saying this will cause duck billing, or super spiders are lethal, so that before you pair, everything, so there's no surprises. We're trying to make it to that level, like next level, that no one else has done. That's like, awesome. I mean, Husbandry Pro is my baby. It's Robert's baby. I love it. I have an actual live stream tomorrow night at 9:00 on my Patreon for my Patreon users. Things that I've learned and how to set it up easier so that you could actually be more functionable. And when people say, how do I do this? Oh, you're set up wrong. This is how you do it. Because there's so much and it constantly changes. If you do certain things, it's just like, oh my God, it does that? I didn't know it did that. Oh my God, this is even better. I'm doing that like on a weekly. Like, oh my God, what's this? Holy fuck, why didn't I know this a year ago? This is amazing. I'm constantly loving this thing. So,
Hey, I do that with my car too. I'm like, wait, it did what?
but yeah. And another thing too, as I don't know if it's out yet, but now with Husbandry Pro, we have, you go to pied or het pied. Now we got 50 and 66% as well. So now you can go in and go piebald 50%, piebald 66%. Where now it's just pied, het pied, or possible pied. So now we've got everything in. I've asked to do that for a while. They finally implemented it, so that's running. The new screen where you can just open it up and hit the button, one button. Fuck, that's amazing. Have you seen that yet?
Mm-mm. No, I gotta get it. I've seen people and I've like played with it, but I'm not yet a user, but I need to be because I need something to.
So you go to Husbandry Pro, right? And even now we have fingerprints. So now you just hit your fingerprint, and now it goes in. But now before, you would have to go into like hit there and then hit animals and then hit list, and then it brings you to the list of all your animals and stuff. Now if I go back to my dashboard. Now I just go animal list and it goes right there. Or if I go back to my dashboard, if I want my scanner, I just hit scanner. And now I'm ready to scan. I mean, it's just sick. I mean, awesome. They're making it so that instead of doing beep, 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 you just go beep. Just one button press. I mean, it's fucking... And you know what's great about it? Most of the stuff that's is other people going, what would be better if we could do this? This would actually make it easier. So before I was really, let's do this. The breeding plan was the way I did, the way I've always done it. Mail here, do this, add some stuff. Most of the crazy stuff and the way it's so amazing and all the cool features are from people saying, what would be great? This. What would be awesome? This.
What I really need is this.
Yeah. and wow. But I love how, there's so many different animals on there, right? Like, I know some people that have 5 different species, leopard geckos, crested, 3 different types of snakes. And that's Jessica on there, right? It's not just for ball pythons.
Yeah. Jessica Hare, my podcast partner, she has multiple species and she uses Husbandry Pro because they all have different eating schedules. It's not like ball pythons where you can just pick a day and feed everybody once a week. Like she has really complicated schedules.
Does she use the scheduling feature in there?
Mm-hmm.
Which is awesome. Yeah. So
she just looks at it and she's like, today I need to feed these guys.
Yeah, that's what I love. I love it where when I pair an animal, right, I can put in there right there before I hit submit, remind me in 28 days. So when I pair today, 28 days later to say, today it's like, okay, pair these 26 animals, feed these 75, give these 7 Da Vinci Boa supplement. It'll tell me, this clutch is hatching in 3 days. This female should be laying today. And
wait, it has like a clutch calendar, like countdown too?
Oh my God, what? so we actually have it's not.
I got to get it.
Next couple weeks.
No other.
So you can actually go to my website. You can go to my website and go look at what's in my incubator, what the pairing was, when it was laid, when it's going to hatch, and it's going to do this. Like, never mind the hatchling record. You can go and see the females, the male, the day they laid, and all the hatchlings and all the genetics with pictures. It's crazy. Like, it takes seconds. So watch this. Look at my incubator. So here's the one mode, right, where you can just see it. If you put tile mode on, which is the greatest. So now that's what you see on the website. So right here, Cinnamon Freeway, okay, it gives all the genetics. Hold on, right? Can't really see, but that's what it looks like. So 5 eggs from Cinnamon Freeway to Pastel Yellow Belly Desert Ghost Cryptic. 5 eggs, and it has a slider at the bottom. So see, it says day 7 of 56. And then this one here, day 7 of 56, day 8 of 56. This one here, day 34 of 56. So you see how the time bar?
Yeah.
But what's great is if you go on the website and you want something from this clutch, you hit the button, and it'll say, leave a note. Hi, I'm looking for a mail. I'm looking for this, please. And it goes into your Husbandry Pro. So you go into your one page, and it'll tell you, name, email, comment, clutch. Oh yeah, it's sick. So it's a waiting list.
All right. Well, you've convinced me. I'm gonna get it.
Oh, it's like, the more I use it, the more, I'm so proud. I'm an owner of it, but I'm the biggest user. Like there's like 5-6 of us in every room using phones and computers all day long, doing this, cleaning this, testing that. It's so sick, and there's a lot more coming.
We're all on the same account, so
yep,
everything they're doing you can look at.
Yeah, instantly. So
that's awesome.
Don't forget. I mean, there's 4 different rooms, and I could be on doing something, and it's all simultaneously because I assign a user, and I can tell them, like, I'm the only one that can delete anything, right? So other people you can set up as a user, they can only see. Some people can use and edit. They can add animals. They can do this. Depending on who it is, I give them certain access. And at any time, I just go in, a couple clicks of the button and change it. So yeah, you can, there's 5 or 6 people with phones and computers all day long in different rooms. No glitches at all. Within seconds, as soon as Austin scans it, I can look at it. I love it.
That's
It's
really
the
cool.
best. But I'm biased because I'm 30% owner, but I'm the biggest user out there. So
Well, you built it for yourself, essentially, right?
no, he was going to do it, and then I'm like, okay, I can do the ball python. This is what I'd like to see. But the way it's built now, like, I saw somebody on Instagram going, "Oh, I love this feature," and I saw pink and blue in the rack view, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this? How do I do it?" So I'm like, "What the fuck?" He goes, "Yeah, that's new. It's only a few days. A user said, wouldn't it be cool instead of having all the tubs the same color if you could change?" I'm like, "How do you do that?" So you can go and you can choose the tone of pink you want. You don't even have to use pink and blue. You can change it. And even the ones that are unsexed, I have as yellow. So I have a light pink, a light blue, and a yellow for unsexed. And then when you go to your rack view, you can see all your females, all your males. And I'm like, this is so cool. I might have thought of that 6 months later, but I'd rather have it before because of a user. The app gets better because of users. Because, if Billy doesn't get to it, we'll never get it. I don't want the nap like that. Hey,
I just
Billy,
mean, like, you put it together based on your own experience and what you needed.
Yes, to an extent.
Right.
And if you saw where this was 2 years ago compared to where it is now, it's the users that made me happier with it because of their thoughts, Because if I don't do something or try something for a year, how do I know I need something to work even faster? The users are making it better, and I get the benefit from it.
It's like a think tank. Yeah.
Like that quick button. I was happy going click, click, click. But now I just go boom. Wasn't my idea. It was a user's. Instead of going this, can we have a button that we can just do a quick button that doesn't, here it is. This is awesome. So it's crazy.
You have a question about the colors.
Oh, okay. So it says, oh, that's awesome. Well, thanks, Mitzi. I missed it. I was trying to do here. You pick the color under each animal description, under location? No. So I can do this right now on here. So if I go to my Husbandry Pro, actually, so much for 10 minutes at 10 to 11. We'll go 10 more minutes.
Yeah, I have to actually get back to my statistics, but I'm going to keep listening. So you switch my screen with Husbandry Pro.
I will. Goodbye. It was nice seeing you. Nice talking to you.
Nice seeing you. We'll
Thank
talk
you
later.
everything.
Thanks.
Bye. So now if I go here, let me try this. Let's see, guys. Allow share window. Okay, I don't know if this is working. Now if I go here. Hold on. No, you don't see my screen, do you? Okay, there's that. Let me try it again. Allow to share window, allow to share screen. No, I don't want to share this screen. I want to share. There's my Husbandry Pro screen. Come on. Hold on. I don't want to share this. I want to share. For fuck's sakes, it's not working. So enough of that. Take that out and just have me. So if you go to your Husbandry Pro and you go down to settings, general settings, you go all the way. Actually, did they move it? Oh, no. So if you go to general settings, if you look, you'll see under the date format, color rack bins. You put it on enabled. You pick the male color, the female color, and the unsexed color. And then that way you get to choose the color. I just use pink, blue, and yellow. You can do any color you want. So, Bash Coder. Yeah, Jana King is a natural interviewer. Yep. I'm just a crazy guy that can talk. And I talk more than anyone else. So. But look at you still going, Billy. I know. Fucking, you know. You're welcome, Chris. Holy shit. Just figured it out. That's the thing. So if on Husbandry Pro, I'm doing one for my Patreon members. I'm going to go on do Zoom that I can do a share screen. So I'm going to show people how I set mine up and little tricks I've learned. And then they're going to ask me, how do I do this? And then I can say, okay, do this, and open a lot of stuff up. It also gives me a lot of people being able to be better at the system, so that when other people go on social media and start going, I don't know how to do this, it's not just me or the team or Robert sending tickets to help you. There's other people that can say, oh, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. Little simple things so that we can help grow and teach other people how to benefit the most and how to set things up. I also know that Robert, I believe this Saturday morning, is doing a small Zoom. It's he's trying out with 12 people, but I think he's going to do every 2 weeks doing a Zoom call, and people can, I believe, watch it over so that you can go and listen and see. And we want to keep learning because so much more is being added. And it's like if you already are in the Husbandry Pro space and you're not utilizing it great, when we start adding a lot more, you're going to be even more far behind. And I'm finding the coolest shit out that, oh my God, you can do that. Like, I'm always amazed at the app, and it's only getting better with people, the users, input. And I love it. And Cuddle Time Melinda, thanks for popping. I can't believe 59 people. Yeah, it is. It's like 12:30. Can't believe this is like fucking 4 hours. It's crazy. I'm going to say goodnight. 4 a.m. It comes fast. I don't know if you want to replay it, but anyways, always great to see and have you. And I am Billy. Billy's in the background. What? I don't even know how to delete. Let me see. Remove source. Bye. There we go. No, you are a natural interviewer, Jana. So, but no, you guys are awesome. And thanks, D's Balls and Exotics. Oh, you're fine. I was talking about your homework. Okay. Thanks, Billy. You're rock. I try. Like I said, I'm just, crazy guy that loves snakes. I love doing what I've done. I've got a lot of experience, and I've done a lot of good things and bad things, and I want to make people not do the bad things because, it sucks to fail. It sucks to know, 2 years later, it's like, oh, fuck, if I knew that 2 years ago, I wouldn't have done that. I've done that many times, and it's not a good thing. Knowledge is key. You want to learn as fast as you can. And different things like even Husbandry Pro. I mean, I don't mind spending my time helping people figure out Husbandry Pro because it's amazing. I can't live without it. Like everything I do, I mean, you set up schedules. It tells me when to feed, what to do, who not to do, when someone has. It's amazing, and I want to show everybody. Nasty, you still on here? Good night, my friend. Call you in the AM. Yes. Good to see you back. Thank you, multiplayer. Yeah, I'm just crazy guy. Just loves what I do, and I want to see other people. Even if they can get a half of the excitement and the love what I get out of this. I mean, that's it's amazing. Especially when people get their first clutch and it's like, man, I want to do this 100 times. I know the feeling well. It doesn't get old. So, but yeah, it's pretty good. I know not to use Restream anymore. Looks like I'm going to go to StreamYard, try that out. Next live, I'll probably do next Monday, or I'll do a test one other night, maybe with Austin, and see if it works, or get him on the mic and try to bribe him to come back with me on Mondays. So it's not just me. If I screw up, he can correct me before you guys do. Maybe have some other, chirp in once in a while if I let him. But you guys are awesome. And I can't believe we had over 100 people at one point. And we're just rambling about nothing. But whatever you do, I don't want to tell you what to do, but, just there's drama, there's crap. It's not going to benefit us by dealing with it. Well, deal with it enough to make awareness so that it stops. Make your point, do what you got to do, say what you got to say, move on, focus on stuff that is going to help you grow your knowledge, grow your passion, grow your experience, help your animals, help you as a breeder, help you as a seller, get through, communicate with other people that are like-minded, network. Man, it's never ending. And if you take the time that we don't have over here, you're going to find once that's done, you're too tired or don't want to get into what you should, and you lose. Instead of moving forward, you either stay still and plateau, or you move the opposite way. And, but I will be back. I love talking to you guys. I love, be able to support, to help, inspire, give my opinions. And they're my opinions. They, what I do for my snakes worked for me. It's not the only way. It's, I've done many things as the way I like. And, we're allowed to have different opinions. We're allowed to have different likes. We're allowed to have different, ethnicities and religions and political views. Don't have to segregate each other because of those, Like I said before, you like snakes? We can talk about snakes together. I don't give a fuck about anything else. We need to talk about politics, race, religion, and what your sexual status is. Who gives a fuck? Snakes. I like snakes. That's all we talk about, regardless of everything else. And just because I use a different rack than you or a different gene, I don't like that you like. Cool. Still snakes, guys. Cool, man. That's just how it should be. Anyways. 3 hours and 12 minutes. Fuck, I can talk. Thanks, Jana and Jason from Basement Pythons, as well as my man Patrick from Dragon Soul for popping in and testing out the shitty platform. Thanks for putting up with the fucking shitty mic at the beginning and me fixing. I'm going to do something different. Looks like I'm going StreamYard and go from there. So, Bob Marley once says, don't worry, be happy. I like his mentality, 100%. How's the jet fund? I think we got like 500, 600, maybe $800. I don't know. It's still there, dude. But don't say anything. I don't want fucking, oh, guys, here's the jet fund again. Like, no, fucking idiot. Don't bring it up, 4S Python. 4S's. Don't bring it up. Can't wait for Mondays. Oh, man. So thank you, Mitzi. But everyone have an amazing night. And thanks for helping me test at least one thing. I know it's good to be back and I can still talk 3 hours and going. But I know I'm not using Restream. So it worked out well. Good to have, a bunch of people pop in from all over. And yeah, Mondays are coming. I don't know when. Might be sooner. Is this Monday or the Monday? I don't know. But it is definitely coming. Going to pick another. Going to try Restream. No, not Restream. StreamYard. Fix that and get it working. And then try to talk Austin to come on Mondays with me. And we're going to keep it to an hour or two, probably 2, because an hour, fuck. By the time I break a sweat, it's an hour, so at least 2. But have a good night, everybody. See you soon. Thanks for popping in. And anybody coming on to watch this after, I apologize in advance. Well, no, because they're going to watch it. They're going to see it at the end. Anyways, I apologize if you made it this far. Later, everybody. Good night. And I don't even know how to close this down. Here we go. End stream.